Divine Radiance, how are you today? Welcome to Wednesday Live and Power Hour with me, Nahkila Isha of AshworthScott Life Sculpting. I'm a divine interpreter, psychic life coach, and mentor, assisting you with activating the divinity and within your soul so that you are empowered to create and live an abundant life. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see who's on with us today. Who was first? I see, Cheryl, awesome. Oh, wait, Anitra. Okay, so out of you two, who was first? Hi, Anitra. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you so much for being on. Okay, Cheryl said it showed that she was first, but she'll check. Okay, Cheryl said, Anitra, you're first. Okay, awesome, awesome. Thank you guys for clearing that up. Awesome, awesome. If you are joining us live over on Facebook, come on and head over and join us on YouTube. I am going to share the link in the comments so that you can join us on, did I say on, I said on Facebook, didn't I? On YouTube, come join us on YouTube. All right, there it is. There's two people on Facebook. Welcome, welcome. Go ahead and click that link I just put in the comments and come on over and join the party on YouTube because I'm over there more. I do periodically check over here, but I'm not going to be able to engage with you unless you're over there. So come on and join us on YouTube, okay? So let's see. Who else is on with us? Hi, Alexa. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Hey, Javi. Hey, Rio. How are you? So you guys, for those of you that are new, welcome. We do this every Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. And the first person on gets a card pull and a mini read. So since Anitra was first, she gets that. And then we go into breathing and grounding. And then we go into our message for the collective. And after the message for the collective, I do $20 mini readings. Now, they're 20 per question, so you can ask as many questions as you like, or you can get a general. So let's go ahead and get started with Anitra. Which deck would you like me to use for Anitra? Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. How are you guys feeling today? I don't know why I thought I heard like my alarm starting to come on. That was a trip. What's that about? Ooh, that card just flew out. Okay, so it's in reverse and you got the rejection card. So what I'm hearing is release the thoughts in your head that you will be rejected and allow yourself to paint the picture that you choose, right? So what Spirit is letting you know is as you are embarking deeper on your journey, on your mission, on your path, for you to release any unconscious residue of fear of rejection, right? Now, whether you're feeling it now or not, Spirit is saying it's time for you to release any unconscious residue that is there so that you can not have it hinder you when you get to a certain point on your journey, right? I'm hearing you're very much so in flow right now, but when you get to a certain point in your journey, it's very important that that's released now so that you can continue building your momentum and not have that pause because of that fear of rejection. And this has come up for you before, Anitra, with the whole past life thing and, that being the issue. It's more of a past life residue as opposed to this actual lifetime. So Spirit is just saying, connecting with your guides and just setting the intention that you will be releasing any fears of rejection that are known and unknown from this life, past lives, every existence that you've existed, every dimension, every time, every space. And so it is. Okay. Anything else for Anitra? They said, tell Anitra she's in control. Get very clear on what you're choosing. They said, write it down on a painting. So you're actually being advised to actually get you a canvas, some paint brushes, and paint, right? And then write on that painting exactly what you're choosing, right? Why are you doing this? Why are you serving? What is your goal that you are willing to share with the collective? Like, how is the collective going to shift from the knowledge, the wisdom, the information that you share? And then what are you choosing for yourself, right? What are you choosing to receive? They said, okay, that's it. Tell her, do it. Don't delay. They started to say procrastinate, but they stopped, don't procrastinate. And then they said delay. So yeah, that was your message, Anitra. Let me know how it resonates. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. So let's see. Hi, Tahira. Welcome. Welcome. I am great, Cheryl. Thank you for asking. How are you? I didn't post the workout picture yet because when I left the gym, it was probably like around 12:40, right? And so we start this at 1:30. So I was like, okay, let me shower and get ready so that I'm not late. So, but I'll be posted. I feel really great, really great. I'm starting to see transformation, but more than that, I'm starting to notice like my energy level is up. I'm starting to notice like the pants I'm wearing right now, when I first bought them, I couldn't fit them. So that's amazing. Feels good. So thank you for asking, Cheryl. How are you? Okay, so let's see if anyone's over on Facebook. Hi, Pam. How are you? How are you? So come on over, Pam, and join us over on YouTube. Come on over and join us over on YouTube. And if you would like to participate in receiving the mini reading at the end, they're $20 per question. So I can most definitely tell you about you not being yourself. So come on over, click that link, join us on YouTube, and then you'll be able to receive that mini reading at the end. And for those of you that would like to go ahead and reserve your position, I will share the Cash App link with you in the comments. So let's see. Hi, my beautiful cousin. I was actually calling you today. I didn't call you yesterday, and I was calling you today to check in and see how everything is. So Anitra said, thank you. I was delaying a few tasks. I received the instruction and will paint tonight. Awesome, awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. So you guys, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. Can you all send prayers, healing energy to a family member of mine? Just send prayers and healing energy to a family member of mine, that everything, is released and everything goes back to the way it was or better. If you guys can just take a moment in your day, it doesn't have to be right now, but if you can take a moment to do that, that would be so appreciated. So let's get started with our breathing. So, okay, what we're going to do is inhale slow and deep through our nose, and we're going to exhale slowly out through our mouth. Let's breathe in that love and light, allow ourselves to feel the love and light entering, allow ourselves to visualize the love and light entering. And then with every exhale, let's just release all this no longer serving us, right? If there's something specific you're choosing to release, then go ahead and focus on that with your exhale, okay? And while we're doing the breathing, I'll be sending Reiki to your heart chakra and your solar plexus, but keep in mind the energy is intelligent, so it will travel wherever your soul calls for it to go. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes, slow and deep. Inhale, love and light. And then release all that's no longer serving you. And continue to breathe in that love and light, and just allow yourself to feel peace and calm as you breathe in that love and light. And with every exhale, just release all that's no longer serving you. And as you continue to breathe, I call on highest light, guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, ascended masters, helpful companions, all of highest light and love. I call on you now, and I thank you for filling this space. I thank you for using me as a vessel of highest light and love to deliver messages that are rooted in highest light, love, and truth. And I thank you for opening the minds, the hearts, and the spirits of those I'm called to serve today so that they may receive whatever serves their highest good. I thank you, and so it is. So just go ahead and continue breathing in that love and light, releasing any tension that you're carrying in your body, and just continue to exhale, releasing all that's not serving you. And as you continue to breathe, bring your focus to your crown chakra located at the top of your head, and give your crown chakra permission to open. Open your crown chakra now. And just allow yourself to feel warm, loving light from the divine pouring in through your crown, and feel that loving, warm, divine light traveling down to your third eye, extending out to your ear chakras. Feel it traveling down to your throat, down to your heart. Feel it down in your solar plexus and your sacral, down in your root. And just feel that divine golden energy of love and light flowing down your thighs and your knees and your calves, feeling it in your ankles and your feet, noticing the tingling sensation on your feet, and just feel as roots begin to grow from the soles of your feet. Feel those roots penetrating whatever your feet are resting on, feeling those roots traveling down deeper, penetrating the core of Mother Earth. And just take a moment to send love, light, healing, and gratitude to Mother Earth. Now allow yourself to connect to the heartbeat of Mother Earth and feel her loving energy as it flows through those roots, traveling up to the soles of your feet, traveling up your calves and your thighs, traveling up to your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your ear chakras, your third eye, and up and out your crown. And just allow that energy of Mother Earth to connect to the energy in the cosmos of divine highest light and love, and allow those energies to intertwine into a beautiful dance and then bring it back down into your crown. And just feel as that energy flows down your crown and extends out to your entire cellular being, allowing yourself to feel more peace, more relaxed, more secure, more love and acceptance, trusting in your divine gifts, and just setting the intention that this healing will continue throughout the rest of the day, with every inhale breathing in love and light, and every exhale releasing all that's no longer serving you. And so it is. So when you're ready, just go ahead and open your eyes. And if you feel better or more relaxed now than you did before that exercise, go ahead and give the video a like. And if you don't, breathe some more. So let's see. How are you guys feeling? Let me know. Awesome. Thank you, Cheryl. Denise said, greetings and blessings. Greetings, my beautiful sister. How are you? How are you? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into today's message. Spirit Witch deck. Okay. Hi, Brunessa. Welcome. Well, you haven't been on our live in a long time. Welcome. Glad you're here. Okay, Spirit, what message do you have for us today? Okay. Ooh. And the top or the middle? Okay, left or right? Okay, some of these cards we've gotten before. Well, one of the cards we've gotten before. Okay. And so from this deck, Spirit is telling me to read from the book. And I think what it is this deck has such beautiful stories connected with the card, and they're really quick stories. So I'll read from the book for those cards, and then of course I'll deliver whatever Spirit gives to me after in the top. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, okay. Middle, left or right? Okay. Ooh, look at that. I don't know why I felt like saying, shake what your mama gave you. After look at that. I don't know where that came from. What is that? Shake what your mama gave you? The Spirit said, dance like no one's watching. Get busy, get moving. Some of you are still sitting on stagnant energy, and it's coming through as your root chakra. Allow that energy to be busted up so that not only will the chi or life force energy flow, but things in your life will begin to flow smoother. And it's coming through with that, with that root being blocked, for those of you that this applies to, what Spirit is saying, it's manifesting as starting a task and not completing it, right? So you may be experiencing that in your life where you're starting tasks and then you're not following through. And for those of you that are working with clients or working with customers, or you have any sort of business, what Spirit is saying, you may be experiencing that same energy reflected in your business. You may have people that say yes and they don't follow through, or they may sign up but they don't follow through. So Spirit is saying it's starting with you. It's time for you to start busting up that stagnant energy and get moving, which makes sense why the shake what your mama gave you came through, because usually when you're shaking what your mama gave you, you popping it, dropping it, right? Locking it. So Spirit is saying, get moving, bust up that stagnant energy. And specifically with movement, right? Specifically with movement. So let's see. Hi, Deasia. How are you? Welcome, welcome. You guys, if you haven't followed Empress Daisy yet, please check out her channel and subscribe. She's amazing. She's amazing. Bernessa said, I did that in my kitchen last night, dancing like I was out at a party, yet I was here by myself. So much fun. Yes, I love it. I do the same thing, usually in my room. But you know what? I take that back. When I'm cooking or I'm waiting for food to heat up, sometimes I will be dancing or doing squats or all that. Like I work out while I'm waiting for the food to be done. So that's amazing. Hey, Mimi, good morning. Good morning, Veronica. Veronica said, hello, all. Yes, that is me starting and not following through. So yes, it's time for you to release that energy because you deserve what's on the other end of your follow through, right? You deserve it. And so Spirit is saying it's time to take care of yourself. It's time to serve yourself. And it's time to no longer accept the hand you've been dealt, right? It's time for you to turn that deck over, look at those cards and decide which ones you're choosing to have, right? Because a lot of times we just accept what we've been dealt and then we work with that. And Spirit is saying, this ain't spades. You get to look and you get to pick and you get to choose, right? You get to decide if you win, right? So yeah. So the first card we got is vanity. Vanity. And let's go ahead and read what the book says on that. And so one of the things that Spirit is telling me too, with the throat chakra, with that card associating with the throat chakra, Spirit is saying to be kind to yourself, how you speak of yourself, and it's not just your appearance, right? Although when we think vanity, that's what we think of. Spirit is saying, pay attention to your self-talk and also your talk that you say about yourself to others. Oftentimes we say things like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid, or, oh my gosh, I'm getting so old, or, oh my goodness, I'm in so much pain. And Spirit is saying, stop it, because each time you speak, you're sending a vibration to the universe and you're creating that, right? You're creating that. One of the things when I realized a few years ago that I was starting to get caught up in that whole thing of as we age and things start to change, I started to say, okay, you know what? Since this is something that I'm focused on, as I moisturize my face, I am so grateful for my youthful skin. I'm so grateful for, my youthful eyes. I'm so grateful for my youthful neck, and I started to speak life into what I was choosing. And then it got to the point where Spirit was like, okay, so everybody ages, what you gonna do with it? You gonna age gracefully or you gonna fight it every step of the way? And I decided, you know what? I'm going to age gracefully. I'm going to accept the wisdom with gratitude that comes with age and not worry about this meat suit because this leaves and then we come back with another one, right? So as long as the soul is youthful, the spirit is youthful, we'll remain youthful. So Spirit is telling us to speak life into ourselves, also to not put so much focus and attention on this flesh or meat suit because it goes to focus on our souls, right? Because that's what is everlasting. So it says, aqua people. It says, I need more, right? But we're going to cancel, delete that need, that lack word, and we're going to say, I choose more, better, bigger. Yes, that will make me okay. And it says, the legend, Crystal, Peter, and Mike are at a party in Mike's posh home, toasting success in their business. A mysterious old man appears and asks them whether they prefer gluttony or generosity. Puzzled, none of them answers. He reminds them that more does not mean better, and they laugh. Suddenly they are alone, far from the party, in rising water. We're getting more, cries Peter. Rain falls and the water rises faster. Play, shouts Crystal. We must do well with what we have. As they begin to have fun in the water, the rain stops. The inspiration is, we all say we will stop when we have enough, but there's never enough. You may be looking outside yourself for validation. The personal inquiry, and this is a question you can ask yourself before meditation and allow your soul to guide you, but it says, am I feeling disconnected from any people in my life? Am I growing away from limiting relationships? And then the key ideas are environmental tension, living in illusion, self-doubt, power to change, lesser companions, empty conversations. And the key words are faith, awareness, and transformation. And there's a meditation that you can do. It says, visualize an aqua light within you. Imagine people you love surrounding you. Feel the light building and spilling unto your loved ones. Send gratitude to those you love and those you have yet to meet. Bless them all. Notice the energy in any messages that you receive. So that is the message that Spirit is giving us. So would you like me to expand it all? Okay, so what Spirit is saying is the whole bigger is better, right? Or the more is better. I don't know if when you were kids, and when I was a child, we celebrated Christmas. So, oftentimes you see the biggest gift and you go for it, right? And as I got older, I began to pick the smallest, right? Because sometimes there's really amazing things in a small package. I happen to be 5'2", so I'm kind of biased to that sentiment, right? But anyways, literally what Spirit is telling us is to understand that bigger or more is not always better. It's time for us to learn that sometimes we start with something small, a simple seed, right? And as that seed is just a seed, instead of us focusing on when this seed becomes this big, huge tree, Spirit is telling us to find the joy, the gratitude in watching that seed grow, nourishing that seed, bonding with that seed, learning from that seed, right? And this is our journey. Oftentimes we're waiting for that pie in the sky, or we're waiting for this big, huge event to happen. And then we say, now I'm happy. And Spirit is saying, get happy now, because your happiness is what helps you to turn that seed into a tree. And then setting it and forgetting it, right? Taking the necessary steps required to cultivate the growth in that seed without constantly checking. Is it growing yet? What's it growing? Is it a tree yet? Right? So Spirit is telling us to really focus on that. Anything else? Spirit is saying self-acceptance. It's time for us to accept ourselves, because in order for us to spread love and spread light to the collective, right, we must first love ourselves. And we can't do that, right? We can't spread it if we don't love ourselves. And so Spirit is saying accept yourself so you can love yourself, right? Find 3 things that you love about yourself every single day. Get in that mirror, look at yourself. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Say your name. I am so grateful, Nahkila. I love you so much. And today, here are the 3 things I love about you most, right? And then tell yourself what those 3 things are every day. Show gratitude for you, because, and it doesn't have to be your appearance. It can be, but really focus on the things that matter, right? Matter. And if sometimes you feel like focusing on your beautiful face, your beautiful eyes, do it, right? Do it. But really make sure you're going deep, because when you can start to love yourself from the inside, right? Then you'll love everything else about you, even as you change, even as you may fluctuate in your weight. You may, get injured and you may have pain and you may be beating yourself up about that, right? So Spirit is saying really focus on your soul, and then that'll help you to love and accept yourself, which will help you love and accept others. Okay. Oh, thank you. So this came up earlier, and Spirit just reminded me when it comes to the pain. So this is something that I learned from one of my mentors, Michael, who's the founder of Bennett Stellar University. He's since transcended, but one of the things that he said was, when you're in pain, laugh, right? Oftentimes when we're in pain, we go, oh my goodness, I'm in so much pain. Oh, this hurts. Oh, that hurts, right? But again, we're claiming it, right? So here we are, more pain. We're getting more pain, right? So whenever I feel pain, because you guys know I had that 500-pound metal rack fall on my shoulder, rotator cuff surgery, 2 cervical spine surgeries. So whenever I felt pain, when I was dealing with that chronic pain, I'd laugh. Oh my goodness, I feel so amazing. And I would laugh, At first, people kind of look at you, think you're a little silly, but it takes your focus off of the pain. And now you're speaking into existence what you'd rather have. And where I am today with my injuries, my recovery is beyond what they expected. Why? Because I spoke it into existence, right? So Spirit is telling us to remember that we have power over every aspect of our lives, right? Every aspect. So let's see what you all are saying. Empress Day. Deasia, I know you prefer Deasia, said, I'm doing wonderful. How is everyone? I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Anitra said, yes, you get to pick. Exactly. We get to pick. Cheryl said, words are so powerful. Yes, and so it is. They are. They are. Hi, Mom. How are you? Danielle says, Spirit says sometimes it's because When you start and stop something, it's a block. Relax and be more resourceful with your chakras. Yes, and so it is. Danielle is my big cousin, y'all. I told you guys I used to think her and my cousin Kone were so much older than me, and they're only 2 years older, but I always tease her about being old now because she be teasing me about it too. But I'm like, you the older one. You the older, you the big cousin. So let's see. Cheryl said, I'm 5'3.5". Awesome. See, little packages, right? Greatness comes in little packages. And even if you're tall, you're great too. Listen, us short people, we stick together. Brianna said, hey, it's been a while since I caught you live. Hey, Brianna, welcome. Anitra said, I'm 5'3" and just decided yesterday to embrace myself as I am. I was so caught up in releasing weight, I was not enjoying the journey of being alive and well. And so it is. And you know, you guys have been following me on my journey. And although it was seeing myself in those pictures at the lake that prompted me to get in the gym, in the past, I would be like, okay, am I noticing a difference? Am I noticing a difference? Am I noticing, like, just, you know, and you don't really notice the difference at first, right? But I would have felt discouraged is the word that's coming through, and less joy, right? Now I'm enjoying the journey because it feels good, right? It just feels good. And I have a vision that I'm choosing, not just with my appearance, but with my health, you know? Like I'm 43. When I get to be 93 or 103, I'd like to still be moving and grooving without a walker, a cane, or a caregiver. You know what I mean? And it starts now. And if you're in your 20s, start now building those habits. You know what I mean? Start now, because it's up to us. Again, we get to choose. We get to choose what life is like then by what we're doing now, right? So yeah. Brianna said, yes, Anitra. Hi, Tahira said, mommy paid for a reading for me last week. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I ended up getting disconnected before I could ask my question. I'm ready today. Awesome. So you'll be first. You'll be first. Cheryl said, you have a lot of willpower, Nahkila. Thank you, Cheryl. And you know what? It took healing. It really did. It took healing. All my life, I struggled with body image issues, right? I used to be a size 6 with a 23-inch waist, and I thought I was fat. It was ridiculous. Like, I literally thought I was fat. And I remember being in like junior high, and I don't know if you guys remember the Salt and Pepper video shoot, and I was like, ooh, I want to be her size. And my friend looked at me like I was like crazy, like I had 2 heads. She's like, you're smaller than her. And I was just like, I couldn't see it. It was the weirdest thing ever. I remember shopping when I was still in the Bay Area, and I was in the fitting room crying because I had to get a size 10, right? Just ridiculous. And then I went through a period. Some of you have seen the pictures where even my eyes was fat, right? I went through this period where when I got injured, I was using food to numb the pain. Right? Because once I got out of the acute stage and, you know, after a while, I stopped taking the medication. So I was always in so much pain. And one day it was like, you're not hungry, you're hurting, right? But by then I gotten up to like 263, right? And so here's the thing. I was always focused on losing weight. You notice now I don't say I'm losing weight, I'm releasing weight, right? Because when we lose something, the unconscious mind says, oh, I lost this, and loss is associated with something negative, so we're always finding it, right? So it's just that switch in language. And then when I went through my healing, I realized I deserve to feel good, right? I deserve to feel good. And not only physically feel good, but there's a certain image I like or prefer, and that helps me feel good. And I deserve that, right? So that's where it is. It's like I now love myself enough to put in the work to receive what I deserve. There was a time I had no will when it came to that at all. So yeah, took me a while, but I'm here. So, okay. So our next card is recovery. And Spirit is telling me to just pause for a moment so you can see the picture. Recovery. Okay. Let's see what the message is for recovery. And then I'll tell you whatever Spirit gives me to give you. There it is. Okay, so it says, the lilac key. Pain from our past unlocks the door of understanding. The legend is Greta wakes to find painful childhood memories all around her room. In the distance appears a huge wooden door with a white light streaming through the keyhole. I'm going to show you while I'm reading. As Greta tries to gather up her painful memories, they melt and form the great lilac key. She places the key in the lock, and a wave of fear engulfs her. The door opens, and the pain and fear recede. Clarity comes. Survival is no longer enough. Oh gosh, before I go on, let me tell you what's coming through. So, you guys have heard me say there's purpose in our pain, and you may have heard others say that there is purpose in our pain, right? Now, what ends up happening is when we have that pain or that trauma, we begin vibrating at that frequency, right? Whatever our belief system became about ourselves or the world, we begin vibrating at that frequency. And as we're sending that vibration out, what we're doing is we're attracting a vibrational match to whatever that frequency is. So it seems like we keep repeating cycles, right? Different situations, same scenarios, right? And so what Spirit is telling me to tell you is what we're learning now through our healing is our pain, our traumas, our experiences. They are leading us towards our purpose and our calling. Now, if you think about what your most painful, traumatic experience was, right? As a child from birth to age 7, that is where your calling lies, somewhere within that space, right? So that's the hint. A lot of us are like, well, what is my calling? What is my purpose, right? Get in touch with that pain. But what Spirit is telling us, it's time for us to stop looking at these experiences or this pain as a negative, right? And I know for some that's still caught up in the midst of what this trauma created, that's a difficult or tough thing to swallow, right? But Spirit is saying this is a part of our healing, right? This is a part of our healing. When I was able to not just forgive my brother's father, but show gratitude for my experiences with him, I knew I had healed from that, right? Because here's the thing. If I hadn't experienced those things, I wouldn't be here with you right now, right? With the abandonment things that I experienced. If I hadn't experienced those things, I wouldn't be here with you today, right? So Spirit is telling us to understand that our pain is the key to our purpose, right? So we're being called to look at it in a totally different way and free ourselves from the bondage that pain and trauma creates. Because oftentimes the abusers, right, or those that hurt us, they're not the ones that's still hurting us. It's us, because we're still living in that limiting belief that was created as a result of this trauma or this pain. So Spirit is saying it's time for us to free ourselves, right? It's time for us to take the shackles off. We hold the key, right? Some of our shackles aren't even locked. They're just on us and we're tugging them around out of habit. So let's see what else it says. It says the inspiration is, once the key has been used to open the door, you will have a new way of living, one without keys. Where you are heading, there are no locks. And then the personal inquiry is it time to recover a part of me that has been dormant? Am I ready to live an inspired future? So ask yourself that, right? Get out your journal after Empower Hour this evening or whenever you take the time, and ask yourself those questions. And then allow your soul to speak, right? Don't overthink it. Just allow yourself to write whatever comes through and then read it after. So it says, is it time to recover a part of me that has been dormant? Instantly, when I hear that, it's your gifts, right? Your divine gifts. Some of us don't believe that we're all born psychic, but we are. We are, right? And so it's time for you to recover that. And am I ready to live an inspired future, right? Okay, so the key ideas are facing fears, wounding is strength, courage to face pain, awakening greatness. And the key words are genuineness, regeneration, and understanding. So the meditation here is, imagine standing outside a door holding a string of keys. Each one is different. Each one is a different chakra color. A key calls out to you. Visualize opening the door with your key. Let the light from the other side wash over you as you enter. Is the light a particular color? What is this journey about? So if you feel led to do that meditation later and you feel led to share in the comments of Empower Hour later what you experienced, please do. And if you're in the United Light Beings Awakening group or the Activating You mentorship group, you can share either one of those too. So I'm always excited to know what you receive when you go into that meditative place and you allow your soul to speak to you. So let's see what you all are saying. Yes, Bernessa, I am from Berkeley, California, born and raised. Born and raised. Bernessa said Bay Area. Yes, Bay Area. Let's see. Deasia said, felt the same way, Nitra. I'm choosing not to weigh myself for a little while and see how it feels. Yes, and that's the thing, you guys. I don't do the scale thing, right? I ended up buying a scale at one point, but it's under the in the cabinet under the sink, right? I pay attention to how I feel, how my clothes look, because I've always been heavier than my size, right? So when I was a size 6, I fluctuated between 127, 130, right? And there was a point where I was a size 16 and I was like I was like 216, I believe. And then there was a neighbor of mine who was a size 16 and she was like 130 something, right? So if I paid attention to my weight, I would be depressed, right? Back in the day. So I never weigh myself because I have, I'm solid, right? So I weigh more than my size. So yeah, the scale, it's not necessary. Just go by how you feel, right? And if you like a marker outside of that, just go by how your clothes feel, you know? So Cheryl said, Shoop is a good song. Yes, it is. I used to love me some Salt and Pepper. I had the whole Push It album back when we were listening to vinyl. And I remember Ice-T, I had Colors, you know. So let's see. Danielle says, see, I told you that you are old, but wise. If I'm old, it's only because you're old was contagious. Let's see. Irvine, welcome. Good to hear you again, recovering. Miracle by miracle. Yes, resonate with your views. This release and loss, such different energies. Thanks. You are so welcome. And thank you for joining us again. Cheryl said, now the song is playing in my head, right? Hey, Michaela. Michaela said, hey, everyone. Hey, Miss Nahkila. How are you, Michaela? Javi said, hey, Michaela. Danielle said, I felt this card in my heart. Yes, right? It's powerful. Spirit is coming through. A Rising Phoenix said, greetings. And Tahara said, I want to know what message Spirit has for me. Okay, so cancel what you want, because you know when you say I want, Spirit is going to respond with more want. So let me know at the end when I get to the mini reads. I'm sure I'll remember it, but just in case, let me know. Okay. Cheryl said, even though I'm glad you're here with us, Nahkila, I still don't like any type of pain, mental or physical. Yes. It's, you know, and it's one of those things where we don't necessarily like it. It doesn't necessarily feel good, you know. However, when we're in the midst of it, right? But when we get to a point where we're like, you know what, enough is enough. I am not a victim. I agree to this journey, right? And there's a reason why I experienced what I experienced. And because I am a master manifester and in control of my reality, my destiny, I get to choose. Well, I'm choosing to heal and release this pain, and I'm choosing to answer my calling so this pain wasn't in vain, right? Because so many of us are still living in that pain, so it's in vain. And Spirit is like, but wait, you agreed to that so that you could evolve and heal and grow and help others do the same. So why are you still wearing those shackles when you can just take them off, right? And elevate and soar. So yeah, in the midst of it, it doesn't feel good, right? But most of us, if we're living in pain right now, it's because we've yet to heal that pain that we experienced back then, right? So once we heal that, we can stop living situations or recreating situations that are painful. So let's see. Veronica said, why up to age 7 years? Well, from 0 to 7 or birth to 7, that's just when the unconscious is the most impressionable. And so it leaves that imprint, that energetic imprint. Once we go to 8 and beyond. So like, for example, a lot of people are shocked to know that my biggest trauma that I healed on my journey was abandonment, right? Now, I was severely abused by my brother's father, but that was not the trauma that stayed with me, right? It affected me, but it wasn't what stayed with me. So the situations that I was recreating was the abandonment. I was being abandoned in relationships, friendships, work groups. I was abandoning myself, right? But my parents got divorced when I was 3 and they were young. My mom was 20, my dad was 19. So my dad was so focused on working and building a life, and my mom was so focused on working and building a life that there was abandonment, you know? And so that was where my trauma was, because it started when I was 3. So, you know, the why, outside of the fact that that's just when our unconscious absorbs. We're the most absorbent. So if you think about children, even, from birth up till 7, they're like sponges. They're sponges. That's why like these little babies can read, and people are so in shock, but it's because everything that we're experiencing, we're absorbing at that age. So yeah. So if you think about your traumas, your most traumatic experiences, I mean, when I say think about it, I'm always telling you, I may use the word think, but I mean feel, right? Feel, allow your soul to be your guide. You may think logically it was something that was more traumatic, right? But depending on the age, if you really get in touch with your soul, you'll find that from birth to 7, right, is what has been sticking in the experiences you're recreating. And what I found through my healing, I do this process called timeline regression therapy. It's not the same as like regressing back, right? That where you just learn about your past lives and your past self. It's where we actually go back. We get to the root cause of what is holding you back or hindering you from progressing. And we pinpoint when it was your first time experiencing that. And then we heal it in that moment, in every moment that you experienced it. And we even extend that healing to your future so you can release that energy, right? So when I did mine, what I discovered was my abandonment did not start at this life. It actually started from a past life, and I carried it over into this life. But the first time I did it, we did the healing with the experience with my dad and my mom. But then when it happened again, I went all the way back to the past life, which was the actual root of it. So it's pretty amazing how that works, right? How we can carry energies into the next lifetime. But when you heal it here, you're not going to carry it with you to the next one. So yeah. So, okay, let's get to the next card. We have complacency, and we got this before. And there's that root chakra. Look how I said it, root chakra. And we got another root chakra. So Spirit is really like talking to us big time with that root chakra. Okay. Oh, we were right there. So it says, Crimson Dreams. I am feeling the loss of my dreams. At the end of her life, Flo reflects on the dream she shared with her late husband to move to Florida. They never went. After Flo dies, her daughter discovers that her parents had enough money to move there. As she plans what to do with her inheritance, she wonders why her parents never lived their dream. The inspiration is, this is a warning not to give up. Beware of coasting along in a situation that is not what you really choose. You will never be fulfilled by the unmet dreams of others. So the personal inquiry is, how can I redefine my dreams? How can I stop procrastinating? And the key ideas are finding self-nourishment, leaving dreams unrealized, feeling depleted, time for deep rest, lack of motivation, and holding back. The key words are daring and reclamation. And the meditation is, imagine yourself doing the very thing you desire. Can you feel the joy of participating in your dreams? Look back at what you are leaving behind to live your dreams. For example, how would you live with less money? When you are ready, move toward the joy. Open your eyes, what has been revealed. So as I was reading that meditation, and you guys can do that, on your own, I actually recommend, taking time to maybe come back and do those. But as that meditation was being read, what was coming through is, oftentimes when we're focusing on abundance, we're only focused on the financial aspect. We always leave out the things that really matter. And the reason I say the things that really matter, because it's like the core, it's like the root, it's the seed, right? So when we're focusing on self-love, self-acceptance, peace, security, trust, surrender, right? Compassion. When we're focused on those things, happiness, right? Those things, when we accomplish being all of those things, then that financial component is automatic, right? Because now we're vibing at this high vibrational frequency, and we become a magnet for all things happy, all things peace, all things secure, all things trust, all things surrender, right? So Spirit is telling us, when we're looking at our future, right, what we're choosing to create, to put the money away, right? Don't think about, oh, in my bank account, I have all this money, right? You may see yourself in this huge home, right? You may see yourself with your family enjoying meals at this amazing dining room table. You may see yourself soaking in this grand tub, taking sacred baths, right? But focus on the feeling. How does it feel to live in this beautiful home? How does it feel to have these amazing dinners that's being served by your personal chef with your family, right? How does it feel to be soaking in this divine tub, taking that sacred bath and having spirit come and not just cleanse your body, but cleanse your soul, right? So spirit is telling us to shift our focus. Some of us has been so focused on money. And what spirit is saying is that focus on money, what we're doing, because the focus is so deep, that we're creating a sense of lack, right? We're creating a sense of lack to focus so deeply on that money. What you're saying is, I don't have it. But when you can focus on the joy of the life you're creating and release some of the focus on the money, then the money will come. So focus on the things that really matter, right? So let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Tahara said my Wi-Fi is going to get disconnected, but I'll get back on as soon as I can. Okay, awesome. She'll say, even though, okay, I read that. A Rising Phoenix said the scale only tells you how gravity is pulling on you at that moment. No scales. Exactly. Cheryl said, Nahkila, awesome. Thank you, Cheryl. Veronica said, I'm going to cancel delete that need for you. I choose a deep dive with you and we'll set up a personal reading. I don't remember anything before around 10. Okay, awesome. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And so just so you guys know, now in a reading, I can go back and tell you things about your past life and bring the connection, how it's relevant and affecting you now. But the timeline regression therapy, it's actually a totally separate thing, right? It can take up to 4 to 6 hours to do. So that's a totally different thing. So when we do a reading, if you're interested in learning about your past, then yes, I can most definitely provide you with that. But if you're seeking to heal it and experience timeline regression therapy, that's totally different. So also, I always make it clear, like some people have done past life regressions. That's what it's called. It's not the same. Like you will know what's going on in your past life, but you're going to be healing, right? You're going to be healing. So it gets really deep. For instance, when I did mine, there was a point where I was hanging, right? Like you literally go through so many areas of your past life and your past in this life. And so I was literally hanging. And I didn't realize that my instructor had gifted it to me because I went back to school twice, you know? And so anyways, I was helping others. And so she gifted it to me. And so we did it again. So anyways, long story short. So I didn't realize I was actually swaying until she told me, but that's how deep it goes. And I'm crying and I'm just like, you know, because I felt what I was feeling in that moment. And so when we got off of that point of my timeline, instantly the tears were gone. You know, so it's really deep. It's a really powerful healing modality. So yeah, it's amazing. I say it's the mothership of healing. That was really the core of how I was able to overcome. And then I did maintenance along the way. So it's amazing. It's powerful. So let's see. Sandra said, hello, everyone. Hello, Sandra. Michaela said, wow. Yes, it's powerful. So here we have acceptance. And this has been coming up a lot. We have acceptance. And you know what's so amazing about this? I think about how my mom and I cook, right? When we cook, we call on our ancestors, right? We call on our guides. We call on, you know, and so this is what that reminds me of. And also when I'm cooking, I'm sending Reiki to the food, right? I'm sending healing to the food. And so looking at this reminds me of that. It also reminds me of Flo. Kiss my grits, her uniform. Alice, remember Alice? So let's see, what's the message you have here for a spirit? And then I'll be checking to see. Let me see if anyone's over on Facebook. If you are still watching on Facebook, go ahead and click that link in the comments and join us on YouTube. Hey, Pat. So with acceptance, it says cherry heart. When I accept myself, I find love. Ooh, look at that. When I accept myself, I find love. Let me just go there because Spirit is saying, let's go there before we even get into what the message is in the book. So you know what? So many times, you know, in life, we've fallen in love and we've connected with someone and we've gathered lessons, right? And the relationship didn't work, right? And when we think in terms of where we are before we heal, right? When you are still operating within your trauma, right? It's difficult to love and accept yourself, right? Now, here's the thing. It's like this flip side of the coin, right? I was my own worst critic, right? Like I could say, like, I know I could do whatever. I know I could get whatever, whomever, you know what I mean? Like I had that confidence, but how I felt about myself was different than what I knew I could do, if that makes sense, right? So as a result of me still vibrating at that frequency of the abandonment, both my marriages, I was abandoned. You know, they didn't leave, right? Because my relationships, they don't ever leave, right? But it's their actions that was a form of abandonment, right? Well, I was abandoning myself, right? I was not accepting myself. I didn't even know myself. All I knew was who I had become as a result of the trauma. Now, when I healed myself, I was able to accept myself and I was able to love myself. So the energy that I'm projecting is much different. So now moving into union, it's going to be a totally different experience because I love myself. So I will receive someone that not only loves themselves, but loves me as well, right? Because a person can only meet you where you are, right? A person can only meet you where you are. So with me vibrating at that frequency, I was attracting another version of me vibrating at the same frequency. Two wounded souls coming together, expecting to create love, and it was just more trauma, right? So Spirit was saying, let's talk about that. So the legend is Cherry loves her work as a waitress, but feels that something is missing from her life. She has a boyfriend, yet she senses that he is unfaithful. One day, a customer orders cherry pie. Cherry cuts a slice and sighs to a friend that her life is like that pie, with a slice missing. Her friend remarks that maybe Cherry is a heart-shaped pie. Cherry's perspective changes. She leaves her boyfriend and later meets a man who makes her happy. So the inspiration is a magical box of self-acceptance appears before you. Your unique qualities reside within. Open it. Are things simple now? Cherry Heart invites you to see yourself as complete, just as you are. And as that's coming through, Spirit is saying, not looking for someone else to complete you. Now, here's the thing. We spoke about this before, right? How everything we've been taught has been to disempower us. Literally, everything we've been taught has been to disempower us. It doesn't matter if you come from an ancestral background where there was slavery or Holocaust or whatever. No matter who you are, what's your background, everything that we've been taught is to disempower us. Why? So we can be controlled. So we can be cash cows, right? So here's what we've been taught. I am looking for my better half. I am attracting my better half. I am manifesting my better half. Meaning I'm a half, and I'm not even the better half at that. And Spirit is telling us, no, you are whole and complete. And you're not looking for a half that's better. You're looking for another whole and complete that's equal, right? So Spirit is telling us to shift, and then we're not even looking, right? We're being so that we attract. We're just attracting by simply being all that we're choosing to receive in love. So if I'm not loving me, and catering to me and spoiling me and treating me with the utmost respect, I can't expect a partner to do that, right? I'm going to attract someone that's going to be treating themselves how I'm treating me, and then it's going to be chaos, right? So Spirit is telling us to love ourselves, nurture ourselves, cater to ourselves, spoil ourselves, feed ourselves positive energy, right? In our foods and what we put in our minds and what we say with our words, right? Like be good to ourselves, be the best to ourselves, and we will attract that, not just in love, right? We'll attract it in business and career, in friendships and family relationships, right? And what we'll also have is the courage and the strength to release anything that's not aligned with what we're giving to ourselves, right? And it'll be easy. It'll be easy to walk away from things that don't serve us. And we won't do so with anger, right? We'll do so with gratitude for the role they play, and we'll send them on their way with some love and light, right? So yeah, that's what Spirit said. So it says, personal inquiry, am I assessing myself accurately, or am I distorting my reality in a self-defeating way? Can I simply accept myself? And so the key ideas are new ways of seeing yourself, embracing imperfection, feeling incomplete, selling yourself short. And the key words are manifesting, knowledge, and luck. And then the meditation is with your mind's eye, imagine Cherry's heart. She's glad you came to see her and wishes to give you a slice of pie. See the slice you feel has been missing from your life. Allow it to become the gift you've always desired. Let your feelings create a new awareness for you. When you are ready, write down your new awareness. And specifically, I know Spirit is saying for all of us to do this. Denise, Spirit is saying specifically for me to tell you to do this exercise. So with your mind's eye, and as I said that, my heart chakra got a sharp pain. With your mind's eye, imagine Cherry Heart. She's glad you came to see her and wishes to give you a single slice of pie. See the slice you feel has been missing from your life. Allow it to become the gift you've always desired. Let your feelings create a new awareness for you. When you are ready, write down your new awareness. And so it is. So let's see what you all are saying. You are not late, my beautiful sister Pat. You are right on time. You are right on time. Yes, yes. Listen to the replay. Listen to the replay. Cheryl said, I think we are all our own worst critic. Yes, and it's time for us to release that. It's time for us to be our biggest cheerleader, our biggest advocate, our biggest best friend, our biggest support system, right? Who taught us to be that way? Where did we learn to be that way? Like when children are babies, they don't look at themselves and be like, oh, I'm so fat. Look at all these cute, chubby rolls, right? They don't look at themselves and say, shoot, I fell down. Therefore, I'm horrible at walking, right? They don't say, oh, no, I can't hold my bottle. So now I'm just a failure, right? That's a learned way of thinking and believing of ourselves, right? So where did we learn that? The same place we learned the things that we learned that disempower us. That's not our truth, right? And just like trauma that we experience from birth to 7 or past life experiences we brought in, that's also something that we're being called to heal and release, right? We're being called to connect to our soul so that we can begin vibrating at our authentic frequency, not the one that was given to us or forced upon us, right? So let's see. Yes, Cheryl said, act as if. Yes, yes, and more yes. And let's see. Deasia said, wow, that's where I'm at now, tuning in to how I feel about myself. And I realized how it reflected outward. It's so true. We attract what we are. We attract what we are. And let's see, Cheryl said, like playing make believe when you're a kid. Yes, definitely. Michaela said, beautiful, beautiful message. And so it is. I'm grateful. Veronica said, hey, Pat. Javi said, thank you for the message. I'm going to go, but I watched the replay. Awesome. Thank you for joining us, Javi. Aberdish said, hi, everyone. Sneaking a peek while working from home in between calls. Love this energy. Welcome. And thank you for joining us. Pat said, hi, Veronica, driving. Oh, see, usually I stop doing the highs when other people say hi. I didn't realize you were driving. That's why Spirit had me do it, right? So it says, release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's success inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So look, this came up for us before. So Spirit will keep bringing messages up until we get it. It came up before, right? So, Oprah said something, and don't quote me because it may not be exactly, but she said something like, if you are the smartest one in your circle, you are in the wrong circle, right? If you are the smartest one in your circle, you are in the wrong circle, right? So when I surround myself with people, right? Friends, close relationships, I like to surround myself with people that have excelled further than me in at least one area, right? At least one area. It inspires me. It motivates me, right? It helps me to see what's possible, right? So it's important for you to evaluate your circle, right? Now, it may not be apparent, right? Like, okay, this person has more money. This person is more educated. It may not be that, right? It could be this person has really positive self-talk, right? And maybe I have a lot of stinking thinking, but let me tune in to how they're talking about themselves and ask them, well, how did you get to be that way, right? Spirit is telling us to surround ourselves with, I'm hearing trees that have sprouted a little bit higher than ours, right? And we have seeds that we planted in all areas of our lives. So you may have your abundance seed, right? That happiness seed. You may have that inner child seed, right? And you may have others where their inner child seed has grown into a little bush, and you're like, oh, okay, that looks kind of fun. How'd you get there, right? So Spirit is also telling us to not have a one-track mind, to understand that when you receive these messages, it encompasses every area of your life, right? Every area of your life. Also, Spirit is saying, stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing yourself to others. You are your own unique self. And listen, you and I, we could get on here and we could talk about the exact same topic, but the vibration that I carry and the energy that I bring, it's not going to be the same as yours, because I am here to serve the souls that agreed for me to serve them. And those souls that I agreed to serve, you can deliver the same message, but it's not going to reach them. And it's the same for you. There are souls that agreed for you to serve them, and I could deliver the same message, but I'm not going to reach them. So Spirit is saying, stop comparing. Focus on you. And I'm hearing, stay in your lane, right? Stay in your lane. Focus on healing, right? Healing yourself, elevating yourself, ascending yourself, so that you can then be vibrating at that frequency that those souls are waiting to feel. It's not even necessarily about what they hear or what they see. It's about what they feel, right? The soul knows. The soul knows. So yeah, Spirit is saying, release that, release that. And then we also have abundance mindset. And it says, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that is what you'll experience, right? So oftentimes what happens if someone says, ooh, let's go on a trip to Africa. Let's go on an African safari. Or, ooh, let's go to the Maldives and let's stay in that underwater hotel and eat at that underwater restaurant, right? And then what do you say? I'm broke. I don't have the money. I can't afford that. We were taught to say that, right? That's what we've been programmed to speak of. We've been taught to speak of how things are in the present as opposed to what we're choosing for them to be. Because here's the thing, we're existing in parallel universes. So in this universe here, right, it may not be right here, right now, but in that parallel universe, anything I desire and I choose is already mine. So I'm not going to speak about what's in this one. I'm speaking about that world where it is already mine, right? Ooh, that sounds amazing. Let me go ahead and bring in, right? Let me draw in, let me call in all that good old abundance I have so that we can enjoy this trip, right? Let me bring in that energy of money so that we can go. Because that energy of money, I am wealthy, I am rich, I am abundant. So yes, let's do it. Let's plan it, right? So we're being called to shift how we speak, right? Shift how we speak because our words are so powerful, right? They're so powerful. The vibration of our words. Okay, I'd like you to do something really quick. Okay, I'd like you to go, oh. I'd like you to feel the vibration. Okay, do that. Do that. Let me know when you've done it. Just feel that vibration, right? Feel it. You'll feel it in your chest. You'll feel it in your throat. You may feel it in your stomach. But okay, now what I'd like you to do is do the same thing in your mind. Say the exact same thing in your mind. Feel the difference? That vibration when you speak it, right? That vibration. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a vibration that's coming from your thought as well, right? You may have even felt a slight vibration because of that memory recall from when you spoke it, right? But that vibration of your words being spoken, it's more powerful than just the thought alone, right? Now, if you like to get real fancy and you say it and think it at the same time, oh boy. So if that can be true the vibration can be true to manifest something that is positive for you, then it's time for us to understand that it's also doing the same for the things that are not or don't serve our highest good. So Spirit is saying, speak your abundance into existence. So we also have quiet retreat. And here's the thing, before I go into this, let me tell you, because when the card came up the first time, Spirit said, talk about the retreat. So the 2020 Activating You retreat has been postponed to 2021. I have been asking Spirit, what are we going to do with everything that's going on with COVID-19 and the travel and all this? And so I was waiting for confirmation, and I had a sister in light reach out to me. And when I told her, I said, I've been waiting for Spirit. And then Spirit said, this was the confirmation. So it's been postponed. We now have, let's see, 9 spots available. So if you are interested in joining us for the 2021 Activating You retreat, now is your time. And you can do a payment plan. And with you doing that, it also includes, if you do the bonus package, it includes you being in the Activating You group mentorship. And so we can talk about it if it's something you're interested in. But let me know. Okay. So now let's get to this card. It says, it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. So we've gotten this message a lot about disconnecting. We've gotten the message about feeling our own vibrational frequency, feeling our own energy, so that we're aware when there's foreign energy in our midst that does not belong to us, right? So Spirit is telling us, even if you're not going to take a trip away, right, to a retreat to gain clarity, it's time for you to have your own mini retreats, right, within yourself, right at home, or go somewhere in nature and sit in nature, or go get you a room somewhere. But it's really important to disconnect and fully be immersed. Wait, what is it? Fully immersed in the experience of disconnecting so that you are able to feel your soul, feel your energy, and know not only what's going on around you, but what's going on within you. Okay? Anything else? Okay. They said, tell them, you got it. And they're going, yo, you guys remember that song? You got it. Yo, that's what they started singing. So that is the message for our Empower Hour. I thank you so much. And listen, we're now going to move into the mini readings. So Tahara, you are first because your mom paid for your reading last week. Now, for those of you that are not getting a mini reading, it's okay. I recommend you still stay, because we always have messages that come through. Spirit will have me pull more cards for us as a collective. And then also things that come through for the individuals that are getting the readings. It's something that can be applied to your life. If not today, eventually you'll be like, ooh, I remember that. Let me do it. So I recommend you stay. So let's see what you all are saying. Denise said, loving the message. Spirit is dropping, cleaning and listening. The vibes are being received. Yes, and so it is. And then you said, and so it is. Veronica said, I literally just told my daughter this yesterday. Surround yourself with people you can grow with and learn from and nurture. Yes, such wise words. Cheryl said, awesome live stream, Nahkila. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you. Anitra said, that was an awesome exercise. Thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you. Veronica said, I was just thinking about the October trip. I'm in like Flynn. Awesome. So yes, let's connect. So it is going to still be in October, but it's going to be in October 2021. So, you know, you have the option, of course, to pay in full, but you also have the option to do a payment plan. And so you have all the way up until the year that the retreat occurs. So August 1st of 2021 to pay off, right? So that is amazing. I would love to have you join us. So reach out, let's connect, and then we'll get you signed up, okay? Get you enrolled so that your spot is secure. All right. Cheryl said a lot of people were getting excited about 2020. Then all this mess happened. I wonder why. So, you know, here's the thing. You know, we've heard that saying that things must fall apart in order for them to come together, right? Or you experience the chaos and the storm before the peace. Like, think of a storm. After a storm happens, everything feels clean, right? So what's happening is, number one, people are awakening. People are remembering. People are tapping into their divinity, right? And living as divine beings, the divine beings that we are. People are becoming more spiritual and releasing the sanction of man-made religion, right? Because religion is man-made, spirituality is of the divine, right? And so people are becoming more aware. And what's going on is the elite, they are scraping, grasping for straws to keep and maintain control. So what do? They create another virus. Never saying it's not real. It's a real virus that they created up in a lab. And now let's put it out there, right? Now let's create mass hysteria. Let's create all this fear so that people are wearing these masks that aren't working, and all they're doing is hindering themselves from breathing, getting less oxygen, breathing in the poison that they're usually breathing out, and now they're afraid, and so now their immune system is weakened, right? They're social distancing, so they're not feeling the love, right? Because your heart energy, right? Your electromagnetic field from your heart energy expands out 6 feet. So now people can't see the smile on your face, right? People are being more disconnected, right? Let's create chaos, right? Because when we create this chaos, there are those that are still asleep, those that have yet to awaken that are going to fall into this. And then there are some that are on their journey, but they have yet to really solidify themselves in that journey. They're going to be afraid. And then there are those of us that are very clear on what's going on, very solid in our belief systems, very connected to the divine, who release the fear, right? And we're being called to stand up and help others get there. So it's all a part of the plan, right? Because we're winning as light workers. The light is winning. And they're like, let's put a monkey wrench in it. But you know what? There's nothing stronger than light. And as long as we continue on our path, right? Even if we sleeping like this, even if we got one eye closed, one eye open, Spirit is saying that's still a start, right? Give yourself credit. So it's up to us to just continue to push that away and allow that shift to occur, that shift where light workers are on top and truth is being revealed and people are receiving it. So yeah, it's just the cleanup. That's all. It's just that storm. And when it subsides, it's going to be clean and crisp, and people are going to be more awake, more enlightened, and more peaceful and more happy. So yeah. Those masks don't work, y'all. In case you did not know, they do not work. Anytime you can smell through the mask, it's not blocking no virus. And I know some places are telling us we have to wear them. So when you go in, for me personally, I wear it under my nose because, I like to breathe in oxygen. That's just me. I say allow Spirit to guide you on that and how you deal with this, right? That's what I did. I always say don't take my word at face value and don't take theirs either. Just connect and receive in your own regard. So let's see. Veronica said, yes, Pat. Girls Trip 2021. Yes, it is amazing. It's at a private villa. If you guys haven't seen the video, there's a video here for the retreat, but it's in a private villa. We have a chef, we have staff. We're right on the beach. Like literally, we open the gate, we step down, we're in the sand. The water's right there. It's amazing. I'm so excited. The retreats are like one of my favorite ways to serve. It truly is. And not only does it feel like a soul family reunion and a sleepover, but you actually get a lot of healing, a lot of releasing. And this year's retreat, or the next year's, it's focusing on the abundance, right? Manifesting abundance in all areas with a strong emphasis on financial abundance. So you'll take some things away that you can apply to all areas, not just finances, but yeah. So we're going to be releasing those blocks that's hindering our abundance. And then we're going to be bringing in these tools and techniques and the energy to manifest. And so in 2021, the date is October 20th through the 26th, because I intentionally do them on full moon. So the first day we get there, we start with a full moon ceremony. So it's amazing. It's amazing. Cheryl said the earth consists of more nitrogen than oxygen now. I thought it was the other way around. Yeah, it's crazy, and then also they're pushing the vaccine. I mean, that's where it's headed, again, just using us as experiments, cash cows, so allow Spirit to guide you on how to react and what to do regarding this. Like my son's school, they sent notification with the option to go back to school or to homeschool. Spirit said, no, he's going to school. And I'm glad I got that from Spirit, because that's how I felt. Like I refused to begin behaving the way that they're pushing us to behaving. This is not my new normal, right? They're not going to dictate how I live, period. No, it's not happening. Spirit is the only one that dictates how I live. And so my son will be at school. So, yeah. And if it comes down to vaccines, then that's when he'll get pulled out of school because he's not getting it. So let's see. Veronica said, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine." Yes, that song, it used to come up a lot in our Empower Hours, right? So let's see. Someone is still over on Facebook. Thank you for joining us. Please come on over on YouTube. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the portion of the mini. And if you'd like to receive one, here is the Cash App. It's WORTHSCOTT, AshworthScott. And I'm going to start with Tahira because her reading was purchased by her mom last week. 244. All right. Tahira, let me know that you're on. And while you do 244, Spirit is telling me to look that up. That is for all of us as a collective. So let's see what the angel message is for angel number 244. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the angel messages, if you see a number, whether it's 333, 222, whatever, 1010, or even a number like this, 244, and you feel led, like something is screaming at you with that message, look it up. Just put in the number and then angel number, and it'll come up for you to get the message. So it says angel number 244. Number 244 is a blend of the attributes and energies of number 2 and the vibrations of number 4, with number 4 appearing twice, multiplying and amplifying its influences. Number 2 brings its vibrations of balance and harmony, cooperation and diplomacy, devotion, duty, and service, adaptability, partnerships, and duality. Okay, I'm going to share something with you guys after this because it's making me laugh. So I'm going to share it with you. Number 2 also relates to faith and trust in our divine life purpose and soul mission. Number 4 resonates with our willpower and effort, traditional values, stability and ability, patience and practicality, building solid foundations and working with determination and diligence towards achieving goals. Number 4 also has to do with our passion and drive in life. Angel number 244 is a message from the angels that they say need, but it serves your highest good to see yourself in a higher light as your true self, and your angels are helping to boost your self-esteem and self-belief. Stay balanced, grounded, and focused, safe in the knowledge that your angels surround and support you as you tread your divine life purpose and path. Angel number 244 also encourages you to think of ways to bring your ideas and dreams to fruition and put your efforts towards achieving those goals with a solid plan in place and a true belief in yourself. There is nothing you cannot achieve. Take balanced, well-considered steps and keep your focus on positive results and outcomes. Give yourself permission to be all that you can be. And let's cancel, delete that. Give yourself permission to be all that you are, right? Because you don't have to become anything. You are everything already that you are choosing to be. It's just about releasing the trauma so you can get back to it. It's there. It's just been buried, but it's there, right? It's there. Perfect, whole, and complete as you are. Angel number 244 asks that you acknowledge the determination, discipline, and hard work you have put into your endeavors in the past, and know that they will have long-term benefits and rewards. Take heart that your will and efforts have been well worth your while, and your angels encourage you to keep up the great work you have been doing. And angel number 244 breaks down to angel number 1. So that is awesome. If you feel led to look up angel number 1, I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. And don't you just love how that pretty much wraps up the entire message we've been getting? And what Spirit was telling me to tell you is to understand there are no mistakes, right? So today we ended at 244, right? We've been doing really good, right around 230, 232. And so today we ended where we did because there was a message in that number. And so Spirit is saying, remember that in life, that everything happens as it is called to. Everything that happens serves your highest good. So I could have looked and said, oh, shoot, we went over time. But instead I looked, oh, it's 244. Spirit said there's a message. So Spirit is telling us to allow ourselves to receive the blessings that life has to offer by releasing what we think should occur, right? But what I was laughing about was yesterday, my twin flame and I went out to dinner, and they were like, please wear your mask when you enter and exit and when you walk around, right? That's what the sign said. And he's like, they tell us to wear a mask? I'm like, I'm not wearing no mask. Like, that's just stupid. So you mean to tell me I'm going to come in and breathe when I'm eating? I'm breathing and breathing in and breathing out. and then I'm gonna put the mask on like it magically disappears. I mean, so listen, you guys, it's funny, it's comical when we really pay attention. When we really pay attention. But here's the thing, it's not just about paying attention, it's about connecting with spirit and asking spirit what is really going on, right? Does it serve my highest good to isolate? Does it serve my highest good to wear this? Does it serve my highest good to do this? Not just as it relates to COVID-19, but everything in your life. If you connect to spirit and you ask spirit for guidance first, then you will know that you are always on that upward incline, right? That upward incline, wherever you're choosing for that incline to take you, you're always there. When we start thinking about it or listening to others, that's when we're kind of like here, right? So always connect to spirit and figure it out for yourself, right? Figure it out for yourself. All right, so that's the message. That's the message. So now let's get into the mini read. So Tahara is first. I'm just going to connect to Tahara's energy. And you ask for a general. Spirit is telling me to pull from the chakra deck for you too today. Okay, so listen, when I grabbed this, I thought instantly I went to your solar plexus, and the guy just said, instantly I went to your solar plexus. Tell her. So instantly I went to your solar plexus because there's some blocks there. It's time for you to really know how powerful you are and not be timid. You have a tendency to walk around like a mouse when really you are a giant. This is not how you see yourself as a mouse. You actually know that you're a giant. But the thing is, you've been so used to masking your powers. I'm hearing shielding yourself from the judgment of others and shielding yourself from exposing yourself to others. Because it hasn't always been acceptable to be powerful. Now it's time for you to accept your power. It's time for you to heal your heart. Your heart is being hindered from past life experiences that have carried over, and it's preventing you from really knowing and trusting in your power. You had an experience where you lost a child due to a mishap. Okay, so what Spirit is saying in a past life, it was in medieval times. Okay, so what I'm being told to tell you, may find yourself drawn to medieval things from medieval times. It's specifically coming through like those shows that they have where you can have dinner, and I'm seeing like the big old turkey leg, I guess. It's coming through like that. Or you may see medieval garb, like what they wore, and you may feel a connection. And if you haven't experienced it, take a look, like Google medieval attire or, medieval times, and just see what you feel when you look at those things, right? See what you feel, particularly at pictures. Spirit said not video, pictures. And I'm being told because of that, you decided to blend. Now you're being called to stand out. You have power that's pumping through your veins, and it's time for the world to see it and feel it. And as Spirit said that, what I was saying was like Spider-Man, how he does that, and then the web comes out. And so it's like your light comes out, right? That power that's pumping through you in your entire existence. It's like it comes out. So as I'm doing this motion, what Spirit is saying, you also have healing hands, right? You're also meant to utilize your hands as a form of helping others to heal. Also healing yourself. So Reiki's coming through. It may serve your highest good to take a Reiki class, even if you just do level 1, right? But also before you even do any of those classes, start putting your hands on areas on your body, particularly your heart, your solar plexus, and even your sacral, and send yourself that divine healing energy. I'm being told to tell you have blue and red energy surrounding you. So you have assistance from your guides that are helping you to be grounded in who you are, and they're helping you to speak your truth, right? Based on who you are. So what they're telling you is it's about you recognizing that you've been blending, recognizing that you have not been allowing your true authentic self to shine, and also release the idea that people may not accept you when they really know you. And then once you do this and you weed through those that were only accepting this watered down or false version of you, let them go. And the ones that love you from that deepest level will remain, right? And what Spirit is saying, as you let go of those that were attracted to who you were when you were watering yourself down, that you will replace them with others that can love you for you. And then moving forward, always show up as your true authentic self. Allow people to get to know you so you don't have to put on an act or wear a mask or front in any way. Because what you're doing is you're depleting your own power and you're creating unhappiness for yourself. Drink more water also. Moon water, what I'm being told to tell you is get a glass container with a lid. And during the moon cycles, put your water out and let it soak up the moon's energy. Also charge your water, right, with your intentions. And then drink that combination of that charged water that's charged with your intentions and the moon's energy. Now, you can do this for anything in life to assist with manifesting. But what Spirit is saying is specifically do this for you to be comfortable being your true authentic self, tapping into your powers, tapping into your gifts, right? Set that intention, set it in the moon, let it soak up that energy, and then drink it. I'm being told to tell you also make sure you're cooking with purified water, not tap. That was super random, but Spirit told me to tell you that. Okay. And then Spirit said pull a card, and I said which deck? Spirit said the chakra deck. Okay. This is for Tahira, Spirit. What message do you have for Tahira? What message do you have for Tahira? Oh. Okay. Did you see how that flew up? I can never know if you guys see it. So Spirit said, take that one and pull from the bottom. And what I'm being told to do is read from the book and then give you whatever message I receive. Okay. So you have despondence and you have trickery. Right? So instantly, here's the thing that's coming through with these cards just based on the color. So Spirit is telling you it's time for you to get more connected with the divine. It's time for you to allow yourself to be guided, right? More deeply, not just where you're like, okay, I'm following my intuition, but where you are claiming it as what it is. I am allowing the divine, the Most High, Allah, like whatever God, whatever your preference is to guide me, right? And then with this, what Spirit is saying, it's about you releasing those barriers around your heart that keeps you from willingly tapping fully into your power. Okay. So let's see what the book has to say. So despondence. It says, Violet Iris, by taking action, I found the road out. The legend is Iris is depressed and unable to look after herself or her home. She cries out to the great spirits for help. Mother Earth appears and suggests Iris shower, eat a good meal, and clean up her house. She does, but still feels despondent. Suddenly, a hurricane hits, and Iris springs into action to rescue her neighbor's children. In the urgency, Iris finds the way out of depression by taking action. So inspiration is, Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. The personal inquiry is, in which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what serves my highest good to do. Am I willing to trust myself? And the key ideas are finishing. Why did that come through? Finishing the cycle of life that you're in. It's no longer serving you to remain there. It's time for you to take action towards what your next step is. Okay, thank you. So feeling helpless, acceptance of circumstances, change on the horizon, taking action. And the key words are revelation, movement, encouragement. And your meditation is, imagine an expansive countryside with nothing to block the view. The wind blows and without warning carries you to a place of sadness. Ask the great spirits to reveal the action you must take. You will either intuitively know what to do or it will soon be revealed to you. Open your eyes and see that all is calm. Be grateful. So, it's time for you to move into the next area of your journey. It's time for you to seek assistance. Allow Spirit to guide you on what that looks like and with whom that is to be with. You have done good thus far, and now it's time for you to embark on the next level. And then I'm hearing the never ending story. And then I was seeing the other card, and Puff the Magic Dragon is coming through. And Spirit just said, don't elaborate, but Puff the Magic Dragon is coming through. So I don't know if you're familiar with that. That was when I was a kid, but if you're not, look up Puff the Magic Dragon. Specifically, the song is coming through, and put it in YouTube and see what you find, and whatever you feel when you discover that or what you receive, let me know. Like, leave it in the comments. Let me know. Okay, so you have trickery. Spirit just said, you are not the squirrel. You are the dragon. Stop playing small. Allow yourself to grow and shine. You're here for a reason. It's time to answer your calling. So the Kelly the Green Dragon, the tempter is as guilty as the thief. So the legend is Kelly the Green Dragon has one jumbo-sized acorn to get him through winter. Squirrel spies the huge acorn and decides he just has to have it to win the forest annual acorn contest. To tempt Kelly, he fills a basket with rocks and scatters the tiny acorns he has collected on top. Kelly feels the weight of the basket and steals it, allowing Squirrel to grab the single acorn. But they both lose. Kelly now has less food, and Squirrel is disqualified from the contest for cheating. The inspiration is, during trying times, things may be easier if you ask for help. Don't be disappointed if assistance does not come from the place you expect. The personal inquiry is, am I afraid to tell the truth? How does that fear make me manipulate others? What do I really need to say? Let's cancel, delete, need. What does it really serve my highest good to say? The key ideas are dance of scarcity, coveting possessions, vulnerable heart, self-honesty, accusing others, hidden motives. The key words are vision, honesty, greed. And the meditation is, who do you identify with? Squirrel the trickster or Kelly the greedy dragon? When you close your eyes, which one comes forward? Whoever it is, ask him what he is afraid of. Listen, then ask the Great Spirit for guidance. Their guidance may come during your meditation or at a later time. So the whole thing that came through with the asking for help, moving on the next step of your journey, is being reiterated. Also, what's coming through with the dishonesty is you not being your true authentic self, right? Playing small, right? Minimizing who you are. Also, by doing that, that is a level of dishonesty, right? It's a level of trickery, but not in that sense that we usually we carry, the energy that we usually carry with that, but it's coming through like, by you playing small, those you're called to serve don't even recognize that you're here to serve them, because you're so focused on playing small that you don't even recognize when you're here to serve, right? You're just focused on, let me just blend in. Let me just be normal. Let me just be like everybody else. But you're not meant to blend in. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to lead. You're meant to excel so you can help others do the same. You may find that you are one of those people that I'm hearing has the most common sense out of those that you surround yourself with. Maybe not the most book smart, right? Not to say that you're not smart. Spirit is saying you're very intelligent, but you may find that you do have more common sense, but you don't always speak up in times where your speaking up would serve not just your highest good, but the highest good of those around you. So it's time to stop that. It's time for you to tap into your divinity, allow yourself to flow and grow in that divinity, and allow it to shine, allow others to see it, feel it, and know you as this powerful light being that is here to do the light work of the Creator. Okay, so that is your message to hear. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. I'm going to look at the comments and see if you've been letting me know how it resonates. Let's see. Cheryl said it could be something good for us in the air, but they want us to wear a mask. This is true too. Key Love said, hey, Key Love, welcome. What if you have well water? LOL. If the well water is clean and void of chemicals, then yes, that works. Let's see. Okay, awesome, awesome. Welcome back to Harry. Hi, Saria. Good afternoon. Welcome. This is your first time joining us. Thank you for subscribing and being here. We do this every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we do messages for the collective, and then we go into $20 mini reads. It's $20 per question, or you can do a general. And so we're in the mini read section now. But I always recommend staying on because Spirit will oftentimes tell me to give messages to the collective. And then also the messages for others will oftentimes resonate with others. Like I noticed that Key Love asked about well water, right? And Tahira's message, Tahira's message, Tahira's message was about, cooking with purified water. But that is definitely a good question. So yeah, stick around. We're glad to have you. Alatha said, Harry, this is your message. You have to go back and listen once the live is over. Hey, Alatha. Cheryl said, this message resonates with me too. Wow. So grateful. Cheryl said, great message for you, Tahira. Yes, yes, yes. So that is Tahira's message. And now, is anyone else on that's getting a mini reading? If so, please let me know. So I will share. I will share the Cashapp with you. Okay, listen, I'm gonna be real random right now, you guys. So look, I took my hair down. I don't know if you guys remember, it was braided so it gets crinkly and has more body. And since I worked out and was sweating, it got all flat. It got all flat. That's so random, but I'm gonna pull a card from here. Okay. Thank you, Anitra. I most definitely will check it right now. What movie is that from, you guys? Right now. Oh, thank you so much, Anitra. So yes, I will get back to you on that question. And then yes, to answer your question, I will create it. And is there anyone on today that would like a reading but does not have the resources right now? Because you have it. Because Anitra just donated a reading. So thank you so much. That's so sweet. So is anyone on that your finances is in that other parallel universe and you attracting it into your now? The first one to let me know will get that. Okay, awesome. Cheryl said me. And look how amazing that was, right? So when you guys got on today, Anitra and Cheryl, there was a mix up on who was on first. And so look at that. Anitra was on first. So Anitra had the free reading in the beginning, and now she donated and you get that reading. So yeah. So since you were the first person to respond, Cheryl, you get the reading. Now, do you have a question or would you like a general? Let me disconnect from Tahir. Why do I keep saying Tahir? Tahir. See, I watched like an episode of Marriage Boot Camp on YouTube because I don't have cable anymore. And Tahiri is on that this season, I guess. And so that's why I keep blending the two names. So Cheryl, is there a question that you have or would you like a general? Okay, and you know what's so funny? As I was connecting to your energy, I was just about to tell you, it's time for you to open your third eye. Also, your ear chakras. It's time for you to start paying attention more to that voice within. And then also allowing yourself to hear the voice of the divine clearly, where you know that it's spirit speaking to you. And it's time for you to allow yourself to be guided into your bliss and into your happiness. You are such a vibrant soul that provides so much happiness to others. And now is your time to receive some of that happiness. It's time for you to reconnect to what your dreams are, what your goals are, what you like to do or love to do. And it's time for you to start taking baby steps towards that. It's also time for you to readjust the auditory, I'm hearing volume of the self-narrative that plays in your mind. When you hear stinking thinking about yourself, turn it down all the way to mute. And when you hear positive thoughts about yourself, turn it all the way up on full blast. Anytime you have stinking thinking, replace it with the positive aspect of your soul. Find the beauty in your soul and allow that to be your fuel that guides you towards your passions, your goals, and self discovery. It's time for you to begin serving, Cheryl. Yes, you're here to serve, but you will figure out what that looks like by connecting to what you're passionate about. Also, it's time for you to allow your inner child to have more fun, have more playtime. It's time for you to get out in nature and do things with, I'm hearing, with the divine and with spirit. And it's time for you to really connect to your roots. And then they said, medicine woman, you. Yes, you've spent time as a medicine woman. Allow yourself to connect to that energy and be more of that today. Don't put pressure on yourself to figure out who that is or what that looks like. Just allow spirit to guide you. Right now, you're being called to be in flow. And this is a hint, being in flow, being in flow. Have you found that being in flow comes difficult or easy to you? It's time to start asking yourself these questions, these deep questions. Also ask yourself the question of what's holding you back. Open your palms so that you can receive. When you meditate, meditate with your palms up. Allow yourself to receive. Whether you're lying, whether you're sitting, it doesn't matter. Just meditate with your palms up, setting the intention that you're open, willing, and ready to receive all that the divine has in store for you. Your life is being enhanced at this time. It's time for you to trust in the process, trust in the journey, and trust in your own divinity and in your own divine light. You are so appreciated by so many. It's time for you to appreciate yourself more. Yes, you are lacking some self-appreciation. It's time for you to appreciate yourself more. And I'm being told to tell you, treat yourself to a manicure. And they said, and a pedicure if you like to get real fancy. But also allow yourself to dream again. And there was something coming through when they were saying, allow yourself to dream again. There was something that was coming through that, okay, so listen, I just heard whistle while you twerk, but I heard it in like the Snow Whites and the Seven Dwarfs, the way they said whistle while you work. Wait, okay, anyways, I don't know how I'm hearing it because I'm hearing it both ways. I'm hearing whistle while you twerk, but I'm seeing and feeling the energy of Snow White's Seven Dwarfs, whistle while you work. So what does that mean? Have fun as you're living life, working through challenges. Have fun, enjoy it. That's what the whistling represents. Not taking it so serious, allowing yourself to be in that light energy, light as in lack of heaviness, light as in light worker. Understanding that you deserve all that you're seeking and you are capable of creating it, capable of receiving it, capable of attracting it, manifesting it. They said, and all that good stuff. Cheryl, no more putting you second. You are first or zero, no higher. They said, yes, see how we took that back to the inner child? Playtime, mother, may I? Okay, so what Spirit said is in this situation, mother is spirit and your divine self. So what's coming through with that is asking your soul, asking yourself, asking spirit, right? And it's not so much the word may I as if you're asking for permission, right? It's more, does it serve my highest good, right? Does it feel good to my soul? Does it feel good on a soul level? And they said, okay, that's what we're saying. And they're saying, fly. But it's coming through in a tone from a whole different song. Fly. And they're telling me to tell you to go to a butterfly sanctuary. I don't know if there's any place where you live where you can literally go and there's like a bunch of butterflies, or if there's like a place that has like a garden and it tends to have a bunch of butterflies. The Spirit is telling you to connect to the energy of the butterfly. So when you get off today, go ahead and look up the butterfly as a totem animal, or what is the spiritual meaning of a butterfly, right? But you're being called to connect to the energy of the butterfly. And specifically, I'm seeing a white butterfly. First, I saw like a bunch of colored ones. Now I'm seeing a white one. And now I'm seeing a transparent one, right? So why is that? understanding how the color of life benefits you. So now they're bringing up the pain, that comment. So like the pain, right? The challenges, the hills, the valleys, those things are the colors or spice of life. When you get to the point of purifying your energy from rejecting the spice of life and showing gratitude for it, what then happens is that transparency phase where nothing gets stuck, it all passes through. This is a cleansing of your energy. You are a filter, not a sponge. Gratitude helps you to operate in that energy. Is there anything else? Okay. Chris said, no, that's it. So, Cheryl, that is your message. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. And to Harry, I don't know if I told you, to Harry. Spirit, please, can we remember? Just tell me every time, okay? But thank you for allowing me to serve you too. I don't believe I said that to you, so thank you. Cheryl, let me know how that resonated, okay? Let's see. Oh, that was sweet. Cheryl said it'll be for both of us. Anisha said there's a reading available for Syria too. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Anitra said, hey, Sai. And she said, hey, sis. So, hey, Niet. Thank you so much. Welcome. It's been a while since you've been on. If you feel led to catch the replay, please do. We're doing the mini read right now, but I always say stay on because Spirit has me pull cards in between for the collective. And then things also resonate with those of you that are on, even if it's not your read. So definitely. Thank you for being here. So let's see. Cheryl said, thank you so much for your generosity, Anitra. Oh, that's so sweet. So, okay. So I am going to disconnect from Cheryl's energy. And is it okay for me to call you Sai also? I'm going to connect with your energy and let me know if you would like a question, if you have a question, or if you'd like a general. Oh, love you to life too, Anitra. Anitra said, my pleasure. Love y'all to life. Okay. So I'm connecting to Cheryl said, thank you so much, Nahkila. It resonated a lot. You're so welcome. And thank you for allowing me to serve you. I'm grateful it resonated. Awesome. Thank you, Sai. Okay, so general. Okay. Spirit, what message do you have for Sai? So instantly heart chakra, instantly feeling your heart chakra. And there's like this slight difficulty breathing, but it's stemming from the heart chakra. What's that all about? And then as I said that, I'm starting to feel some things across your forehead, which is your ear chakras, your third eye, right? And so what Spirit is telling me is there are some things that you experienced in your past. Okay, so I heard your heart was broken several times or hurt by several people and many people. Not just in love, but in life in general. Very much so disappointed with the state of the world. These experiences have been on a personal level, but it also stems from the state of the world. What this is mimicking for you in this life are some things that happened in history, which past life experiences that you are connected to. And as a result of what you're feeling, this heartbreak, I'm hearing this generating in your soul from past and from now. It's hindering your ability to connect to your own psychic gifts, your own spiritual gifts, your ability to discern, to trust what you receive. So you're receiving messages, you're receiving insight, you're receiving impact, how you can be an impact, but yet you tend to hesitate, you tend to procrastinate, you tend to stall. And this is because you have yet fully trusted yourself. But what I'd like you to do is understand and know that you are being guided by the divine. And through this guidance, put your trust in Spirit. Put your trust in God and the Most High. It's time for you to do that because by doing that, you'll begin to trust yourself more. understanding that you don't have to do anything except get out of your own way. So it's time for you to heal your heart. It's time for you to release the heartbreak. And it's time for you to connect with that divine place within and know that you are being guided and you can trust it. You have a lot to say. You have so much to say. It's time to speak up. It's time to be heard, and it's time to be counted. You also have a calling over your life. And I'm hearing your life involves ministry and speaking. You have stage work to do. And yes, you are that one that will be walking across the stage, not really standing behind the podium too much, engaging with your audience. And I'm literally seeing you, like literally the podium is over there somewhere and you're walking across and you're leaning and like touching the hands of those you're serving. I'm hearing delivering the word, delivering truth, delivering guidance, delivering love. Your light shines so bright. And what's happening right now, that pain is creating a shadow. It's casting a shadow and it's making it difficult for you to trust, not just in yourself or in the divine, but in people. You've kind of lost faith in, I'm hearing humanity and mankind. It's time for you to go back to source. And literally when that comes through, what I'm seeing is, it's like the beginning of time. Like it's like where there was nothing created, right? There's nothing created. All I'm seeing is like darkness with, there's like this little white planet. And then there's like stars. But what I'm feeling is like your energy is floating in that existence, right? But there is no earth. There's no earth yet. Going back to the beginning of time, going back to creation, going back to your origin. This is when everything was one with the divine because the divine was all that was. And you were existing in that energy. So what happened was you then incarnated on earth as a human being. But it's time for you to remember that you come from divine source. And the way you speak of the divine, you must also incorporate that speak when you're speaking of self. You are not separate from the divine, just an extension. Now your solar plexus is getting warm. So what's that all about? Okay. So these words are helping to fuel your power. It's helping you to connect deeper to self. It's helping you to remember who you are. You've always known, but there's a part of you because of that heartbreak, that disappointment. Also, what's coming through is you seeing the future. It's coming through that in the past, you have been able to, deliver prophetic information and you were rejected. I'm hearing number one, because in a past life you were a woman and during this time they looked at only males as prophets and you were outcast, you were rejected. And this is where your first breakdown of your faith in humanity and your disappointment in humanity, this is where it first started and it carried over. And so whereas a lot of us are experiencing life this time and we're seeing everything that's going on, it feels new, and to you it doesn't. And so what Spirit is saying is it's like you've lost faith in humanity, but you must allow your faith for your creator, for your inner divinity, for the ability for those of you that have faith to turn it around. See the power in change. That change is never lost. Even the deepest, darkest soul can be transformed. But part of your power is you believing that so that you can teach that on a different level and in a deeper way. So actually, the way I heard that was opposite. but then it came through, like it just came through. So Spirit said it's because it's both. It's time for you to not be afraid to uncover truth. It's time for you to allow yourself to speak up and know that you can do this, and also that you're special. Your calling is not like anyone else's. You don't really look at yourself as special. You just look at yourself as a servant. And although connecting to your destiny and even your desire to serve is good, it's now time for you to tap into your inner divinity and understand that you are not separate from God. You are one. You are an extension. So tap into your power and begin creating that change that you seek and desire the world to experience. It starts with you. Send that love, that light, that healing to the collective. Protect the souls, the minds, the bodies of those that are lost. Send energy to open their minds, open their hearts, and allow their souls to be open. You are powerful. It's time for you to know this and remember this and tap into this. Okay, Spirit said, okay, now pull a card from the abundance deck. Is it this one? Okay, because there's 3 abundance decks that are out right now. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, what is that? Butterfinger's all about. What's that? What's that? By denying your own divinity, you're dropping the ball. It's time for you to remember what you agreed to. It's time for you to remember your mission, your task. That one. See how that one flipped over for you? Okay. It says successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. So the crowdfunding are things like GoFundMe, things like that. So I'm being told to get in touch with your dreams, get in touch with your desires. Okay, so Spirit also said get in touch with your wants, but Spirit is saying that's because you would identify it as a want. And so I'm being told to explain why canceling, deleting want is important. Because when you say I want, you're claiming want, and then Spirit gives you more want. When we're in a want state, we're actually in a lack state, right? So Spirit is telling me to explain that and share that with you so that you can cancel and delete that want out of your vocabulary. Also, what Spirit is telling you is not to allow money to be the constraint or restraint that holds you back. Because when you have that total and complete trust and faith that you will be guided and you will be shown the way, you will be shown your path, then it's important for you to understand that it's not just about having a vision or receiving clarity. It's also about having the tools to make, manifest, or create what it is that we're seeing or what we're being guided to do and be. So now your faith is being tested. Get in touch with your passion. Discover your purpose on a deeper level. And don't let anything, not even money, hold you back. You've got this. You're supported. The angels are surrounding you. They're speaking to you. And now it's time for you to take heed and move forward in action. Okay, and I was told that was it. So that is your message, Sai. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Please let me know how it resonates with you. And anyone that's getting a reading, if you feel led to leave a review on the Spiritual Awakening with Nahkila Isha page on Facebook, the link is in the description box. So please do. If you don't feel led, no worries. It's not required. But if you feel led, if your reading resonated, then please head over and, leave your review and recommend the page, please. That would be appreciated. Thank you so much. So let's see. Why am I feeling like this? Because I'm still tapped into your energy, but I'm feeling kind of drained. You're being told to replenish your energy, right? Get more sleep. Also get out in the sun a little bit more. Not just when you're going to and from work or going to and from task, like grocery store was coming through, but literally allow yourself to get in the sun, soak up that vitamin D. Also a good energy clearing would be good. Cleansing yourself, spiritually, energetically, so that you can release and reject the energy that no longer serves you? Okay. All right. Thank you. So let's see. So awesome. Thank you, Sandra. So let's see. Sai said, hey, Natalie, you guys go on over. You see she's here. Natalie's here. Go on over there and subscribe. Wait, that's what you do on YouTube. Yeah, you subscribe. Go subscribe. So I have been on a detox of watching pick a cards, and Natalie used to do her pick a card readings where you wouldn't see her. But I kid you not, every time I see her beautiful face on my screen, I go watch this pick a card, and it's always so incredibly accurate. And although she knows intimate details about my life, when she's doing these pick a card things, she's not thinking, oh, I'm doing this for Nahkila, but oh, so on point. So go on over and subscribe, you guys, if you haven't already. So let's see. Sai said, this is all true. Nope, I don't look at myself as special at all, but these are the things he has begun to speak to me. Awesome. Awesome. Cheryl said, this reading resonates with me too. See, that's what Spirit's been saying. Like, I find that happening too. A lot of times when I'm on Natalie's lives and she's doing readings for other people, and if I'm doing something else or I step away from it, I'm like, wait, is this mine? And then it's like, no, that's theirs, but it resonates. So I said, woo, thank you so much for that confirmation. You are so welcome. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Natalie said, thank you. I love you. I love you too. You know this. Natalie said that message resonated with me too. OMG. Thank you. You're so welcome. And I said, oh, I love you. Thank you. I love you too. I love you too. Cheryl said, hey, Natalie. So yeah, so that is, okay. So I was told, that is it for your message, Sai. And the Spirit said, pull a card for the collective. So I'm disconnecting from Sai's energy. And you know what's so funny? When Spirit said about the energy clearing, the sage was still burning. It was still smoking, and now it's not. I just relit it. So yeah, that clearing of your energy would be great. It would be great. Okay. So if you feel led to do so, Sai, check the link in the description box and you can do a energy session with Jillian. She's our team shaman. So if you feel led to do that. So I'm being told, not this one. Which one? Oh, okay, okay. So I'm being told to deliver a message for the collective. Okay, you guys, look, the reason why this card is bent and I didn't even have to do anything because the deck is not out. The deck is put away. And yesterday, I don't know why I put my hand in the side of the couch. And this card was in there. And so this is for us. So listen, look at that number 17, which is 8, which is reminding of us being infinite beings. And look at that hope, that light, that solar plexus energy, how it's shining out, right? It's shining out. And Spirit is saying, I heard, keep hope alive. They got jokes, y'all. Keep hope alive. But what Spirit is saying is for you to remember, right? For you to remember that you are powerful. You are powerful. And even look at that green light here, right? As our heart heals, our heart, that heart energy, that healed heart energy, it just engulfs our entire being, right? And it adds fuel to each one of our chakras so that they can shine brighter and so that they can vibrate higher, right? And so that we can elevate. So we're called to be to where our soul agreed to be, right? So Spirit is just really reminding us, it's about us getting in touch with who we are and just remembering that we are the divine having a human experience, right? And what does that mean to you when you hear that? I say it all the time, but Spirit is telling you to get out a journal, not now, but after Empower Hour or this evening when you're going into your meditative time, get out a journal and ask, what does that mean? I am the divine having a human experience, right? And then take some slow, deep breaths. Allow yourself to connect to your soul, oftentimes putting your hand on your solar plexus, both hands, and I'll bring this down, but putting both hands on your solar plexus, right? Allowing yourself to connect to your soul and ask that question, what does it mean? I am the divine having a human, and just breathe, right? Just breathe. Don't focus on anything. If you ask the question over and over again as you're breathing to distract your mind so you're not thinking about it and you're allowing yourself to receive, then do that. What does it mean? I am the divine having a human experience. And just keep deep breathing. I am the divine having a human experience. And then whatever you receive, Go into this with the intention you're going to remember, right? Whatever you receive from spirit, when spirit is done telling you what that means, write it down. Write it down, okay? And if you're in any of the Facebook groups, share it. Share it. Go live, share it. So I'd love to know. I'd love to know what you receive. So, yeah. Cheryl said Natalie is awesome. Yes, she is. And Natalie said, thank you, baby. So is there anyone else on with us right now that would like a mini reading? Let me check over on Facebook to see if there's anyone on. There is someone still on. So let's see. I believe I can fly. That was so random, you guys. So let's see who's still with us on Facebook. Whoever you are, come on over and join us on YouTube. We'd love to have you. I don't know, is the live still going? Oh yeah, there it is. It's going, it's going. Okay, so let me know, is there anyone else on that would like a mini reading? I'm going to pull another card for us as a collective. The mini readings are $20 per question, or you can ask for a general. Keep it like this. Are we doing any reversals? Okay. Spirit said no. I have a feeling the deck is upside down, so that's why I was asking if we're doing reversals. This is for us as a collective, spirit. What message would you like to leave us with in parting? What message, spirit? What do you have for us? Burn away your fears. Allow yourself to, you see how that card came? Allow yourself to melt away your fears. Both? they be doing me dirty. They were like, both came out, right? And yes, it's backwards, but spirit said no reversals. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Oh, hey, I'm glad you're here. Yay. So listen, this is just amazing, you guys, because spirit is always wrapping up that main message, right? So we have success and growth, and we're going to touch on that success word, that dirty little word, in a minute. And then we have third eye chakra. So first, let's talk about success, because remember, this has been coming up a lot. We also have the number 8 again, right? Infinite divine being. So the whole concept of success, remember, spirit told us that failure does not exist, right? So the opposite of being a failure is being a success. And so what spirit is telling us to do is to disconnect from the concept of failure and success, and to connect with the truth that everything that happens in my life serves my highest good, and there is no good or bad. It just is, right? So if we can release the attachment to what success is, then we release the attachment of what failure is, because we're either in our lesson phase or our blessing phase. So spirit is saying it's time to have a paradigm shift about success and failure, and to ask the question, who taught me this? Who told me there was a such thing as success and what that looks like? Who told me there was a such thing as failure and what that looks like, right? It's time for us to begin existing in our own divine truths, our own divine wisdom, and our own divine energy. And we do that by releasing the things that keep us from that, and by connecting to the divine on our own regard, right? When we're connected to the divine, no one can speak to us and deceive us, right? Because spirit is going to tell us if it's a yes or a no, right? If it's the truth or false, right? So what spirit is telling us is it's important for us to be in this growth mindset, to see ourselves constantly growing. Now, you can do so by utilizing your third eye, seeing, visualizing in your mind's eye, close your eyes, take those slow, deep breaths, and then just allow it to play like a movie screen, right? You can do two things. You can see yourself as that seed that is planted, and you can literally see yourself, right? You can visualize yourself growing, or you can see yourself moving into the life that you're choosing to have, right? So what home are you choosing? What job or career or business, right? What family? What does your family look like, right? What do you drive, right? How do you enjoy yourself? Seeing yourself in that energy and feeling it, right? And when you're seeing yourself as that seed that's growing, feel how good it feels, right? How do you feel it would feel if a tree was actually growing from a seed? What would that feel like, right? And associate your journey of life with that. So that seed is planted, and ooh, this dirt feels kind of good and cozy, right? in the mom's womb, right? Feels good and cozy, right? I feel super protected. Now I'm coming up, I'm thriving, I'm growing, I'm receiving nourishment. That feels good. This is a new sensation. I'm hearing sounds, right? Now I'm busting through the earth and ooh, it's bright out here, right? It's a little unfamiliar, but I'm curious. I'm excited, right? I'm fearless, right? And then as you start to grow more and sprout those leaves and those branches and those flowers start to bloom and you start to smell your own aroma, I'm pretty special. You start to look around and there's other flowers, but none are quite like you. Wow, now you look up and you feel that sun shining on you, right? And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see how people react when they feel my beauty, when they see my beauty, when they inhale my beautiful fragrance, right? I'm excited to bring joy to those that come. I'm protected, right? And I'm still connected to my roots, right? Knowing who I am, right? The wind blows, that spirit guiding me, showing me which direction to sway. It blows this way, it blows that way, and I just flow with it. Right? That wind is spirit guiding me, right? So associate with that path, that journey. We went from a tree to a flower. Look at spirit. That's telling us we can be and do whatever it is we choose. We may start as a tree, but guess what? We can become a flower. So you may start one way, but you can choose to be something totally and completely different than how you started. This is your journey. This is your path. You are the alchemist. You are the magician. You are the creative one in this scenario, right? And spirit is there to protect you, to shield you, to guide you. So just allow yourself to grow. So that's the message that I got for us as a collective. So yeah, that's it. So I'm going to ask one more time, is there anyone on that would like a mini reading? If so, I'll wait. And if not, we'll go ahead and wrap up our Empower Hour for today. It's 3:40. So while I wait, I'm going to tell you what that message means for us. Spirit said, give it angel message. Angel number. Okay. Let's see, angel number 340. Okay, so as I'm doing this, you guys, so amazing. So listen, I'm going to share this with you guys really quick because you guys know I've told you oftentimes when I get dressed, I'll get dressed up top when we're doing our videos and stuff, our Empower Hour, even the readings. And so anyways, even though I'm going to the grocery store after this, I was going to just wear my underwear, right? And then put the pants on later because I'm never in clothes when I'm at home. As soon as I get home, I take my clothes off, right? And it's just comfortable that way. And Spirit said, no, put your pants on. Go ahead and put them on. Well, remember when Spirit had me pull to show you the solar plexus? If I didn't have pants on, y'all would have seen all my thigh. Yeah, wouldn't have been nice, right? TMI for the eyes. But anyways, so I thought that was funny. And then it reminded me of yesterday. I was in session with Javi and I was showing Javi where Spirit was telling me to, show Javi, whatever. And so Javi was cracking up, you guys, because I had on this, it's not quite, it's almost like an orange colored top, super cute top. And then on my legs, I had on gym pants that were turquoise, cream, and black, right? And then I was like, oh, Javi was rolling, right? And then I'm like, oh, you would you really like to laugh? And then I showed Javi my socks because they were black, white, and gray. So I was like, I'm going to the gym later. Like I had planned to go later, but later I was tired. And so anyways, I ended up saying that Saturday would be my 5th day. They also sent us a message saying that they had closed it so that they could spray. So anyways, me just rambling, sharing with you guys why I was kind of giggling a bit because it was like, yeah, that's why Spirit told me to put pants on. And that message there is something as simple as putting pants on today, right? I didn't know that there was going to be a part in today's Empower Hour where I would be bringing the camera down to show you all where the solar plexus was. I had no clue, but Spirit did. And so by me being obedient, right, I have pants on. And so Spirit is saying that Spirit will guide you in even the tiniest things. And all you're to do is to make the commitment to follow the guidance you receive without question, right? Without question. That's the only guidance to follow without question. Now, if you have questions where you're seeking clarity, by all means, right? We're not in that energy of don't question God, right? A lot of religions teach you that. No, if spirit says something you don't really understand, or you require some clarity to move forward until you get to that point where when spirit speaks, you do, then ask those questions. Get that clarity, it's totally okay. So it says angel number 340 is a blend of the attributes of number 3, the energies of number 4, and the influences of number 0. Number 3 offers assistance and encouragement, communication and enthusiasm, growth, expansion, and the principles of increase, broad-minded thinking, self-expression, talent, and skills. Number 3 also indicates that the ascended masters are around you, assisting when asked. Number 4 resonates with honesty, truth, and integrity, practicality, working steadily towards goals and aspirations, system and order, self-initiation, building solid foundations, and enthusiasm coupled with determination. Number 4 also relates to the archangels. Number 0 represents the beginning of a spiritual journey and stands for potential and or choice, developing spiritual aspects, eternity and infinity, oneness and wholeness, continuing cycles and flow, and the beginning point. Number 0 powerfully amplifies the energies of the numbers it appears with. Angel number 340 is a message from the angels that you are safe, protected, and supported by the spiritual realm and universal energies. Know that you have manifested many blessings due to your personal devotion, dependability, and positive attitude, outlook, and actions. Expect rewards for your hard work, will, and effort, and be grateful for your blessings. Trust that your strong and clear connection with the angelic and spiritual realms offers you constant guidance, assistance, and unconditional love. So before I go to the next part, what Spirit is saying, trust that your strong and clear connection with the angelic and spiritual realms offers you consistent guidance, assistance, and unconditional love. Now, here's the thing. Some of you may be saying, well, I don't feel like I have a strong connection, right? We all do. I tell you guys this all the time. I've always been very intuitive, but psychic readings and doing this stuff, or psychic life coaching and mentoring, like hearing spirit speak, that was not happening at a point. Now, when I was little, yes, my gifts were there, but somewhere along the way, I forgot I even had them, right? I forgot I even had them. When I healed, they came back up to the surface, right? So this is not reserved for a select few. We are all gifted with these tools in our tool belt, right? We were given everything by the divine before we entered this earth to be powerful creators. So whether you feel that connection, it is there. You have it. So Spirit is saying, if you don't feel it, trust in the truth that you have it and you are able to access it by releasing the things that keep you disconnected from it, okay? So we also have angel number 340 can also be telling you to put some extra effort towards your creative endeavors to ensure that you will reap long-term rewards. Use your natural intuition, talents, and communication skills in your daily life to achieve your goals and aspirations, and focus steadily upon your objectives in order to manifest your desired results. Trust that the work you do today will bring benefits to your life today and in the future, and your goals are worth working towards. Expect wonderful long-term results. Angel number 340 also tells you to have a good look at all aspects of your life and be honest with yourself about everything. Be honest about what is right for you and what aspects serves your highest good to be changed. Cancel, delete that need. Be honest with yourself about what you choose to achieve in your life and what you choose to become. They said want, but we're replacing it with choose. Search your soul, seek your truths, and truly know who you are. This helps you to identify where you are now, where you choose to be, and how to get there. And this breaks down to number 7. So if you feel led to look up angel number 7, do that after the Empower Hour and receive your message. And I'm being told to tell you, go get your blessing. So that is the message. So let's see what y'all are saying. Hi, Coretta. Welcome, welcome. Okay, awesome. So let me go ahead and share the REORTHASSCOTT. So here's the Cash App link there. So go ahead and send your, oh yeah, Sandra, you paid for a general. Thank you. Coretta, go ahead and send your $20 to, Oh, I see. You already sent it. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. And so, Sandra, you utilize PayPal, right? Is that where you? Yes. Okay. And then, Natalie, are you doing a general or a question? Let's see. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So I'm going to connect with Sandra's energy. Okay. So Sandra, uh, Coretta, and then Natalie. Oh, yeah. No, that's okay. That's okay. Natalie, that's okay. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. And Sandra, a general. Okay. Awesome. So, So, Sandra, as I was connecting to your energy, I started to feel a little queasy. And now I'm feeling a lot more queasy in the stomach. Weird because I'm feeling queasy in the chest. And this is not the first time when queasy was felt in an area where we usually don't feel queasy. But what Spirit is telling me to tell you is it's time for you to drink. Okay, I'm going to say it because that came through. But what I first received was for you to eat healthier. And then I was receiving drink more water. It's time for you to take better care of yourself physically, right? It's also time for you to get in touch with why you aren't taking, I'm hearing, good care or better care of yourself. Stop self-sacrificing to please others. It's time for you to stand on your high horse and look down at yourself with the eyes of the divine. So what that means is it's time for you to begin seeing yourself how the divine sees you. Perfect, whole, and complete is what's coming through. In the past, people have oftentimes talked down to you or spoken to you or of you in ways that were not truthful and honest, in degrading ways. And so you've taken their opinions, which are actually self-reflections, and you've internalized them. And now you're projecting their thoughts and beliefs on yourself. It's time for you to stop. It's time for you to allow yourself to fly into the unknown with enthusiasm and joy. It's time for you to not be afraid of your future. It's time for you to take action towards what you're being guided to do to get there. Not the life you're currently living, but the life you're choosing to live. Choosing to live it is one thing, taking action towards it is another. The choice in and of itself, the choice alone does not get you there. Allow Spirit to guide you into those action steps, trusting every step of the way. And it's coming through for you one step at a time. It's time for you to release the desire to know the outcome before it occurs. Your faith is being tested, and you're being called to have absolute faith. Not just in yourself, but in spirit. You have a divine spirit team that is around you, surrounding you. It's time for you to open your heart, heal your heart. It's also time for you to replenish your soul. Your soul has existed for many lifetimes, really old, wise soul you have. It's time for you to connect to that sage, that wise one within, that wisdom keeper that dwells within you, dwells within your spirit, your soul, your energy. That is you. You may see in visions, I'm hearing a tall, white-haired woman that wears a cloak. That is you. Meditate and allow yourself to connect with this energy. This is a part of you, and it's being called forth now. So allow that aspect of you, allow her to come forth, allow her to come to the forefront. Don't second guess your intelligence. Don't second guess your connection. Allow yourself to be guided. Also feel and live from your heart. By living from your heart without fear, this will help you to heal your heart. Release the energies that block you from giving and receiving love. You may find that friendships are sometimes a struggle. You may find that relationships are sometimes a struggle. It's because of the stone, the barrier you have on your heart separating you from others. It stems from past pain. It's rooted in fear. It's time for you to release it and allow yourself to live. You have time to enjoy this life the way you're choosing to enjoy it, but it's up to you. You have time to experience life as more than just mediocre, but it's up to you. It's time for you to live life to the fullest, but to do so, you must be fearless. Get in touch with where your fears stem from and where your fears lie. Not only where do they lie as in where are they in your life, but where they lie as in they're not true. You have the power and the ability to gift the world with your presence, what is you, full and through and through. But you've been cutting yourself short. Therefore, the world has been receiving a short, watered down version of who you are. You're now being called to step up, to stand in the light, firmly grounded and rooted in truth, the truth of you, your soul's path, your soul's journey. No more time to play or hesitate. No more time to be misguided by those that would seek to see you fail. Not anyone that you know per se. There's an energy that seeks to see you all fail. So now it's time for you to connect to that divine place, that divine wisdom, and shine and soar. Okay, thank you. They told me to read from the chakra book. Oh, so don't pull a card, just flip the book? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Thank you. Okay, so what message do you have for Sandra? Tell me when to stop. And is it going to be on the left or the right? The right. Right there? Workaholic. Okay. It says Brad Blueberry. While I worked, my life happened. The legend is Brad Blueberry paints and paints and paints. He has no time for anything other than perfecting his art. And Elder Blueberry reminds Brad that one day he will be old and shriveled too. So he'd better live life to the fullest. Brad takes the advice and discovers that having fun enriches and sharpens his art. He finds out that life is what makes work valuable. The inspiration is, are you waiting to complete your career before you live your life? Busy work may be helping you to hide from real issues. And the personal inquiry is, am I working too much and suffering from burnout? Is there something important that I'm avoiding doing? And the key ideas is feelings of inadequacy, transformation indicated, not being fulfilled by work, heeding warnings, refreshing your mind to improve your work. And then the keywords are talent, fun, and friends. And the meditation is imagine completing something you are excited about. Now stretch your arms out. Become aware that you are floating on water. The water is at the perfect temperature and in harmony with your body. The lady in the lake is holding you. Feel yourself twirling freely and playing in this space. She invites you to relax into her, enjoy. And Spirit is saying the lady that's holding you is that higher version of yourself, that wise sage that just came through and came up. So Sandra, that is your message. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. And please let me know how it resonated. So let's see. Let's see. Natalie says, sorry, I sent PayPal. Okay, I saw that. Oh, thank you, Natalie. And I said, I love how poetic your messages are. I'm glad they come through like that. Natalie said, oh, that heart chakra block between friends was so in alignment with my highest good to hear. Thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you. So, Sandra, let me know how that resonated for you. And again, if anyone who receives a reading today, if you feel led, Spirit said to stop saying if you feel led and just ask you to do it. Will you please take the time out to leave a review on the Spiritual Awakening with Nahkila Isha page? The link is in the description box. Ooh. Thank you. Okay, so Spirit said to share this, and this is a message for all of us. Speak up and ask for what you'd like to have instead of leaving it up to chance, right? All right, got it. Okay, so Coretta, you are next. I am disconnecting from Sandra's energy and I am connecting to yours. So Coretta, would you like a general or did you have a question? And Natalie, I see what you said. I like a hype message, a hype up message from my team as I continue this journey to the next level in my perfect apartment. Please, yes, and so it is, and so it is. Anitra said, yes, that was for me. Speak up. Yeah, see, we be like, look, Spirit be, because I always say that to you guys. I'm always like, if you feel led, and nobody has done it, right? Nobody has done it. And Spirit was like, literally, just check me. So Spirit will check us. It's just up to us to do what we get checked to do. Okay, so a general for Coretta. Okay. I'm disconnecting from Sandra's energy and connecting to Coretta's energy. Spirit, what message do you have for Coretta? Okay. So first I heard she's got the whole world. And I heard in his hands, he's got the whole world. In his hands, she's got the whole world. In his hands, she's got the whole world in his hands. Notice the lyrics were a little bit different, so let's see what that's all about. So I'm hearing you've been carrying the weight of the world in your hands. Sometimes that comes through as the shoulders. But what Spirit is saying is that you have reached some sort of a block in your abundance department because you are too busy carrying the weight of others in your hands. You are too busy progressing so that you can serve and provide for others. You have not taken time to put down what's in your hands so that you can receive. And it's not just about receiving material things, it's also about receiving guidance. You have been in your own head and in your own way of what this life is to look like, and you've been working so hard. And Spirit would like you to understand it's about working smarter, not harder. The first step is to put those things down, to allow others to be accountable for their own soul, for you to bring your focus on your soul, because there's a process that we do that's called running. We run to avoid feeling what we are really feeling. And even if we don't feel it, it's still hindering, it's still affecting. So what Spirit is telling you, you must feel it to heal it. It is time for you to let it go. It is time for you to focus on you. It is time for you to live your life. It is time for you to receive the abundance called happiness. You've been floating through life, and Spirit is saying now it is time for you to soar. It is time for you to fly. It is time for you to see the world from a different point. And I'm literally seeing like a bird that's flying in the air, and you looking down and just seeing the world with new eyes, right? Right now you're existing in your own bubble, right? Your own experiences and what you've been taught. But it's time for you to elevate and expand that vision and get a bird's eye view, see the bigger picture, so you can now begin operating from the point of the bigger picture as opposed to what's right in front of you. And as that's coming through, what's right in front of you is your focus on creating a future, right? You're focused on creating a future that you can't see the future. And you're being called to see the future from that higher vantage point. You're being called to tap into your divinity, right? Tap into your power to create and see the future that you're choosing, but not from this earthly vantage point, but from the divine vantage point. That feels better. Also, breathe. Be very intentional with your breath. Take your time with your breathing, slow and deep, right? Slow and deep, and exhale, and just allow yourself to feel more peace and calm. I'm being told to tell you to slow down. Slow down. Your life is so hectic. It's time to slow down. It's time to enjoy the journey, enjoy this ride. Think about someone that you know, whether it's a loved one that has passed on, that has transcended into the realm of spirit, right? Think about their life and how it was lived, or lack thereof living. And then ask yourself, if you were to transcend today, would you be happy and satisfied with the life that you've lived thus far? If the answer is no, you're being called to begin living in a way that if you were to transcend in any given moment, you would be pleased, your soul would be pleased with the life you've lived. It's time for you to get in touch with what your soul truly desires and craves, and allow yourself to have it. You live with many restrictions and constraints. It's time for you to break those restrictions, break those constraints, free yourself, allow your mind to be free, so that your whole life can be one of freedom. You've been so trapped in your past story, but the question is, who are you without your story? Who are you on a soul level? Connect to your soul. Ask yourself that question. Who am I without my story? What does my soul feel like? What does my soul crave? What does my soul desire? And then move out of the way and allow your soul to show you how to get there. Your soul knows. It's not that your soul is confused. It's just you are operating in that place of, I got to get it done. I got to do this. I got to do that. And Spirit is saying, you don't got to do nothing. All you got to do is flow. All you got to do is serve, starting with self. Allow yourself to be guided. Turn that light on the porch. Find your way home. It's time. Find your way home. Remember who you are. See yourself as the divine spirit that you are. Allow yourself to connect with the native heritage from your past life. Begin incorporating some of those healing modalities into your life today, specifically drumming. Get yourself a drum eventually, and if you don't get your own drum, you can also listen to the drums on YouTube. But set your intention, get your own drum, and start drumming, and just allow that vibration to loosen and break up the things that are not serving you, that you've been carrying in your heart. It's specifically lodged in the back of your heart chakra. And you may feel it in your back. It may feel a little tense. It may feel a little heavy. It's time to release it. Allow the energy of the drum to release it. Loosen it and release it. Allow yourself to see yourself as you truly are. Allow yourself to connect to feathers. Feathers carry messages for you. Just hold a feather and then just deep breathe and receive whatever message you receive. Make sure it's a real feather, not a manufactured feather or a fake feather, a real feather that came from a real being. And thank that being for their sacrifice of giving their feathers so that you can receive messages and guidance from the divine. How have you been playing yourself short? How have you been playing yourself small? How have you been disconnecting and discounting your powers, your gifts? How? Why? Stop. It's time for you to soar. You've been given so much power, but you're doing nothing with it. Nope, you've been sitting on it, waiting for that right time. Well, now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. There's no more time to rest and delay and procrastinate. There's no more time. Do it now. Start serving yourself better. Start loving yourself better. Start being that example to others of what you deserve. You deserve better. You deserve better. You deserve better in love. You deserve better in life, but you must give yourself better. You must be willing to do the work to get better. Don't worry about sickness or illness. Allow yourself to focus on healing your heart, opening and expanding your soul. Make sure you're protecting yourself every day, shielding yourself with divine light, making yourself invisible to all things that do not serve your highest light. Cancel, delete any stinking thinking. Allow yourself to be guided into that bliss that you so crave. You deserve it. Your time to have it is now. You deserve it. You put in work, not just in this lifetime, but all your lifetimes. You have been working at this. Now is your time to reap what you've sown. So just get out of your way. Deep meditation, not just 5-10 minutes. Allow yourself at least 30 minutes a day. It's time for you to begin receiving deeper messages. Deeper messages. Trust and believe. You will receive. Okay. I asked, was there anything else? I was told to tell you to stop laying on your laurels and get to work. Stop waiting for a miracle to occur and create the miracle. The miracles will only start to occur when you first create that one miracle, and you create that miracle through your action. Once you create that miracle, then you will be matched and multiplied. It's all about you shifting your vibrational frequency first, and then what you receive will shift. Just take some deep breaths. Inhale slow and deep through your nose and exhale out through your mouth, and just receive this healing energy. And just allow your breath to flow just smoothly throughout your body. Release all tension in the shoulders and the back and the neck. Release the tension you're carrying in your heart chakra. Just release it. Removing all obstacles and blocks. Feeling courageous and excited about moving forward. Your guides are with you. Your guides are serving you, they're protecting you, and they're here to guide you. Exercise your free will and give them permission to step in. They cannot do so without your permission. These are your next level guides coming through. They're ready to take over and guide you into the next phase. Speak out loud and give the permission, and then open yourself to receive. Trust in what you receive. Don't doubt, don't second guess. You are activating your next level. Okay, so it is. So that is your message. Thank you for allowing me to serve you, and let me know how it resonates. Let me know how it resonates. Let's see. Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you for joining. Sandra said, it seems like every time I make travel plans to do something, it gets postponed for reasons I don't have control of. My health, COVID, I wish I can take off into the future now. Cheryl said, you must feel it to heal it, and you must see it to be it. Yes. Natalie said, oh my God, I'm going to buy a drum. Wow. Yes, yes. I'm going to bust mine out. It's in the closet. I'm going to bust it out, go on the balcony and play it. Cheryl said, I don't know Natalie Hughes, but I'm receiving it. Oh, no. Oh, now they said, y'all, is this my reading? Now they said, me too, Cheryl. Like, what? This is amazing. I feel this in my heart. Cheryl said, me too, Natalie. I'm so grateful, so grateful. Thank you so much, Coretta, for allowing me to serve you. Let me know how that resonates with you. I feel more of a peace and calm over your energy now. So that's really good, really good. Coretta said, OMG, I've been shopping around for a drum, native shaman drum. I so needed this. Well, cancel need. It just served your highest good. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Yes, get your drum. And you know what? I got mine. I had taken a shaman course and I got my drum on Amazon. Or was it, did I get it from Amazon or eBay? No, Amazon. And it's, it's an authentic drum, and it wasn't expensive. So it was amazing. So yeah, get you one. And later you may find that you invest in one. They have workshops where you can go and actually do it yourself, but that is pretty expensive, but money is just an energy. You may do that later. You may be called to do that later. But for now, just get you one that feels right to your soul, right? When you're searching, let your soul guide you on which one to get. And then start utilizing it. Yeah. So thank you so much. And please go to Spiritual Awakening with Nahkila Isha and leave a review. The link's in the description box. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Natalie, you're next, right? Yeah. Natalie, you're next. Natalie said, OMG, that wasn't even for me. Damn, you're good. Thank you, Coretta, for asking that question. It was a shift for me too. You know what? I'm so glad the spirit is having this happen because I always say that, like, and also like healing modalities will come through. And you may then say, oh, okay, I'm going to do that. You may be guided to do it, whether it's today or some other day, but yeah, it's awesome when you're able to stay. Okay, so Spirit, Natalie is She's asking you to hype her up and give her messages about her move. And let me see what else was. Yep, the next level. Oh, they are telling you good job on being seen. They first started with that good job on being seen. That opens a whole new chapter in your journey, right? Expect for your gifts to be even more powerful. Expect your magic to elevate, right? There was something about you hiding, right? That was keeping you stuck in that old energy. And now that you are bringing your beautiful, confident self to the forefront where you are being seen, you are now allowing yourself to move into that next level. They said that next level shit. And also your heart chakra is doing some things right now. So spirit why? Okay. So spirit said it's time for Natalie to do a major blowout with Jillian. So get you a session with Jillian, do a major blowout. It's like when you go and do any sort of exorcism or any sort of removals of low vibrating energies from a person's home. And it serves our highest good to not do that alone, right? It serves our highest good to have that support from other light workers. Of course, we have the support from our guides. But what's happening is what Spirit is saying is that you have your guides in spirit realm assisting with that. But what Jillian is doing is acting as that earth angel that's also assisting with the pulling out. And it's literally what it is appearing as when I go the pulling out. Have you seen those memes where people are like, "Oh, it's the end of the day. I can now be myself," and they unzipped, and then the flesh suit just kind of falls, and then there's stars. So I'm seeing like the pulling out. It's coming out like that like a person, right? But it's like flimsy, like it was like that suit you were wearing. But what this is representing is that person that you once were, right? As a result of pain, as a result of false narratives, right? That is being pulled out. That is coming out, right? Coming out. It's time to release that person, right? It's that person that's within that is no longer who you are that is creating this feeling that I'm feeling in your heart chakra, right? So it's time for you to release that and like literally bringing it out from the toes all the way up and out, right? Just casting it out, right? So it's time for you to release that because it's not even who you are anymore, right? And as you're moving into this new energy of power, this new energy of power and grace, removing that energy altogether is necessary, right? So, anything else? Spirit said, now you know where you know where you're going. So do the things that you must to make it happen. And they're saying, you know, you're going to Knoxville. You know where your home's at. You know where you're moving. You know all the travel you're going to be doing. You know y'all going to be serving together. You know you guys are going to create all these wonderful things, build on your friendship, build on your sisterhood, and serve these two beautiful, brilliant Pisces doing your thing. So now it's time for you to stop doubting at all because you are powerful. Just like that magic you create for others, tap into that and create it for yourself. Oh, okay. They say, you see what Nahkila told you happened, how quick it is. So tap in. And then something was coming through, floating on water, and then walking on sunshine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And don't it feel good? Dance to that song. Put that song on and dance to it. Like a child, like how you would have danced when you were a kid when a good song came on. Now, what else am I feeling? Oh, I'm feeling some stuff over here in the back, and the heart is doing something again. So what is that? And now I'm feeling some solar plexus stuff. So what's going on with that? What's going on with that? Oh, it's the whole energy of tapping into your power for yourself. That old person, right? That person that used to people please. And this part is coming from like past life stuff, right? Saying yes when you mean no, saying no when you mean yes, doing for others because it's what's expected, right? Spirit is saying releasing that, right? That old self is what creates the doubt. That old self is what creates the fears. the person that you are today has no doubt and no fears, because the person you are today is very much so connected to your inner divinity, connected to your divine self. So it's time for you to release that person, right? Release that person. That person came to plant flowers. Those flowers have been planted and they have now bloomed, right? They have now bloomed. So that person, that version of you has served their purpose and now they're to be released. Okay, I'm being told to tell you, go to the cemetery and have a ceremony for that aspect of yourself. Bring flowers. I'm hearing bring a crystal offering, write a letter, and actually bury it, right? Bury it. It's time for you to release that person with gratitude. I'm being told to tell you, don't overthink your move, right? And it's coming through like no more back and forth, right? No more back and forth. Build it up. You have the information on how to build it up, build up what must be built up, build it up. And Spirit is saying specifically the okay, that was weird. Stop. What is that? Why are we doing that? What? Why? Okay, so there was one reason, but then they focused on the humorous reason. They were saying, that's all, folks. Like how, right? That's all, folks. Once you make your mind up, when you've been guided and you say, I'm following it, that's all, right? And then what was that? By you continuously racking your brain or doubting or going back and forth, it's like you're stuck. You're stuck, right? You're stuck from moving forward. It just keeps you kind of here repeating the same cycles or stuck in the cycle that you're in when you're meant to be constantly elevating, right? Constantly elevating. There are always new doors in front of you to be open. But as long as you stay in that space of doubt and fear, you're doing this, right? Yeah, it's real good where I am right now. Everything is flowing. Abundance is great. I'm serving. I'm answering my calling, but I'm not meant to stay here forever. So by releasing that, you're able to continuously grow. And then was there something else why you did that? Was that it? Calm down, calm down, calm down. Get calm, get real calm. Get real still, get real quiet. And go into feeling. Go into feeling. Oftentimes, they said, oftentimes you psychics rely on your gifts and how they come through when you're serving. But you're being called to not only rely on those gifts in that way, you're being what? Okay, I'm going to say the first one first. You're being called to rely on all your senses, right? All your senses as it relates to your personal life. Also, as you're doing that, exercising those other senses that don't use as often, it'll help you begin using them in your practice as well, your work practice and your magic practice. Now, why did you say you are relied on? You are being relied on also, right? The spirits of your ancestors are relying on you. Your clients, those you serve, are relying on you. Spirit is relying on you to do what you said you came here to do. And when you agreed to come here, you agreed to be fearless and courageous. You agreed to move forward in action without too much thought. Too much thought. Be guided. Feel your way through this life. You know what to do. Do the funeral for your old self and put her to rest. Put her to rest. And also find balance between your masculine and divine feminine energy. Bring them into balance. Sometimes you're more in one than the other. You're being called to balance them. And even when one steps forward in the forefront, because it's necessary or they're called to do so, don't do so in a way where the balance is thrown off. This is a habit to begin practicing. What does it feel like to be in my divine masculine energy, but to still be balanced in both? What does it feel like to be in my divine feminine energy, but to still be balanced in both? It's time for you to start practicing that. This is going to help you on your journey with releasing fear. It's also going to help you on your journey with serving. And then they said, and so it is. Is that it? Do we have a card for Natalie? No card, but they said pull a charm. Pull a charm for Natalie. Look at this, you guys. That I don't know if you can see the bubbles. This spirit is definitely present. Okay, what charm do you have for Natalie? Oh, look at that. It's so cute. It's so cute. What's the message here? Okay, so there's a few messages coming here. So number one, the first thing that came through is Spirit said, this is actually a representation of you and I. You and I and the things that we're going to do together, putting our heads together and creating more love, more flow, more elevation. And this part, it's appearing as wings. And then their heads together is appearing as a heart. And what Spirit is saying is, although one is bigger and one is smaller, although, you know, you and I know how similar our energy is. And what Spirit is saying is, but it's not like big sister, little sister dynamics 100% of the time. There are times where I take on the big sister energy. There are times when you take on the big sister energy, and there's this even exchange of energy. Also, this is about you recognizing the beautiful swan you've become energetically. It's also about you putting your mind at ease, your mind to rest, and allow yourself to connect to the love you have within. That love that the divine has poured within you for you so that you can give it to the world. It's also letting you know that you will come into union with the one when the time is right. They said right now you're meant to, and then they said live your best life. Yeah. Anything else? They said, no, that's it. Natalie, go out and be great, girl. That's what they told me to tell you. So that is your message, Natalie. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. And thank you for leaving a review. I appreciate you. Let me know how it resonated. Let's see. I'm going to say, hey, Shamika. Yes, yes, yes. We are in the mini read part. And I receive your love and light with gratitude, and I send you the same. Natalie, do a good old self-cleansing with some smudge. Get down deep and dirty. Some smudge, the old white sage. And then follow through with some lavender and do a cleansing of your sacred space, your room, and your whole house, right? And then follow through welcoming in those sweet energies, right? As you release that version of you, okay? So Natalie said, yes, I have been doing the solar plexus chakra work. Woo. Natalie said, yes. Okay. Do I message her and ask for a full blowout or just let her guide it? So here's the thing. What you'll do, her link is in the description. Just schedule with her and then Spirit guides her. So as we're revamping the website, one of the things that we're letting everyone know is she being guided by Spirit is a lot more powerful than when a person selects what service they believe that they like or they require, right? So yeah, so just schedule with her and then Spirit will guide her. She always taps in beforehand. Spirit will guide her. Shows that your spirit guides are cold as F. Now they say yes. And I said, oh yes, that was the one. Cheryl said, you hear that, Natalie? You are powerful. Yes, and so it is. Now he said, thank you, Cheryl. And Natalie said, go to any random cemetery. Well, they said yes, as in it doesn't necessarily have to be a cemetery you've been to. If you have one, okay, because there's a few things. If you have one where you have ancestors buried, you can go there, right? But when you say any old cemetery, they're kind of laughing because they're like, it's not going to be any old random cemetery because you're going to be guided. So, yeah. But if you have one where you have ancestors buried, you can go there. And also, I'm being told to tell you to gather some graveyard dirt if you have an ancestor that's buried from the head, not the foot, and utilize it. Like I have graveyard dirt from my grandparents. They're buried together. And so, yeah, and I won't tell you where mine is or what I'm doing with mine, so you can just be guided on where yours goes and what to do with it. But if you are in a place where you can go to an ancestor cemetery, one that was a loving energy, then by all means do and gather some of that graveyard dirt. Spirit will guide you on what to do with it. Natalie said, wild, I just saw a black swan figure the other day. Awesome. Alatha said, I just got back. I love the charms. And when I was told to get a charm for Natalie, Alatha, before we wrap it up, I'm pulling charms for us as a collective because I thought about you. Natalie said, hi, yes, I'm living my best life. Yes, and they always bring me, when they bring me that message, they bring me the Cardi B version and the comedian. What's his name? I ain't got time to go. I ain't going back and forth with you. Remember Duval? Is that who did that one? Anyways, they always bring me both, right? So it ends up coming out where it don't sound like neither one. And then I always hear the part, I ain't got time to go back and forth with you, right? That part always follows. I just don't say it, but it always follows. Oh, that's the part that comes from him. And then the first part comes from Cardi B. So anyways, a lot of said I just got back. Okay, I read that. Natalie said, thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you. Natalie said that message was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Love you. I love you too. Okay, I just cleaned my room and they told me to do the whole house. Perfect. Yes. Natalie said, okay, awesome. I'll take a trip out there to my grandparents. Awesome. Awesome. And I said, yes, Duval and Snoop. Okay, cool. That one. They come together. So Cardi B is the first half, and then that part, I ain't going back and forth with you, is the second half that follows. So, don't go back and forth with them folks that would rather see you not recognize your own shine. And then don't go back and forth with yourself, that old version of yourself versus your new version of who you've actually always been, right? Don't go back and forth with your thoughts. Just flow. You ain't got time. You got work to do. You got work to do. You have blessings to give and blessings to receive. Okay, so that's all. Spirit said that's all. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm disconnecting from Natalie's intergy. 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 So what is that? Your goddess is about to enter the building. Let your goddess self take over and enter. Okay, this is for us as a collective. Spirit, what message do you have for us as a collective? Tell me when to stop. This is for everyone. Ooh, weren't we talking about the tree earlier, you guys? And I'm hearing, it's the circle of life. Now they're singing Hakuna Matata. For the rest of your days, it's a worry-free philosophy, Hakuna Matata. So as you're growing through this thing called life, right? No worries, right? No worries. It's not good or bad. It just is. I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm elevating, right? I'm blessing me and in turn blessing others, right? I'm fulfilling my soul's contract and I'm enjoying it every step of the way, right? Every step of the way. And what Spirit would like you to know, that there are no constraints that is holding you back except the ones that you're choosing to wear, right? If you feel like you're in a straitjacket, guess what? It's not even buckled. All you got to do is this. Take your arms out and drop it to the floor. If you're wearing shackles, guess what? They're not even locked. All you got to do is bend over, take them off, drop them to the floor. If you have handcuffs on, they're not even locked. All you got to do is take them off. But notice the common thing here. You must do to free yourself, right? You must do to free yourself. So that's the message. That's our message, y'all. That is our message. So it's anyone else on doing a mini read? Because if not, we are about to wrap this up. So let's see. Natalie said, LOL, no back and forth, just flow. I love you and I appreciate you. I hope you like the review. Oh, thank you so much. I love you and I appreciate you too. And I'm excited for that head to head, that third eye to third eye work Spirit was talking about. I'm real excited. So yes. And also just excited and inspired by your journey. So keep it going. You guys, I'm always amazed. I'm always amazed because Natalie is such an old soul, right? Such an old soul. I am always amazed, always amazed. It's just beautiful. So again, if you have not checked out her channel, you are doing yourself an injustice. You feel like laughing, but getting your whole life read. Literally, I was driving, listening to one of her readings in the Fuji song, Talent, Strumming My Life with His Finger. Remember singing My Life with His Word? That, because she was just like, my whole life was being read. Now, granted, she knows a lot about my life, but in these pick of cards, she didn't know that was the card that I was going to be told by Spirit to pick. So, yeah, check her out. Check her out. So, let's see. Now I said, oh, yes, I was just thinking about the light being toward today. We finna be lit. Yes, you guys, we are doing the United Light Beings Awakening Conference, February 27th through the 28th. My birthday is February 28th. So I'm like, what better way to celebrate than to celebrate you? And there are a ton of speakers and healers that are going to come and serve you. Natalie is on the panel. Anitra is on the panel. Anitra is the founder of That Yes Life. I'm on the panel. We have so many people that are going to come through and just blow it out the water. And it is here in Knoxville. And we haven't publicly posted the landing page yet, but Spirit guided us to make it extremely affordable. So it's less than $100 to attend. And yeah, it's right there at the airport. So if you're coming from out of state, you don't have to worry about a rental car. You just walk on over. And it's just amazing. It's amazing. So I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm looking forward to it. Spirit told me to do this. It's probably almost 3 years now. And I was just waiting for the win. And I got it. And so we have been coming together to make it happen. So yes, yes, yes. Put that on your calendar to plan to attend. So yeah, let's see. Oh, I did already. Another one? Okay. Cheryl said, do you know if your spirit guides were ever human? Some of them were, yes. Some of them most definitely were. Oh, you are so welcome, Alatha. Thank you. Coretta said, I feel so much lighter. Thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you. Alatha said, Natalie, what is your channel? If you click on her icon here, it'll take you to her channel. Like if you click on her in the comments, it'll take you there. But I mean, Natalie still shared. I mean, shoot. But yeah, Alatha, just so you know, in the future, like say if you happen to catch the replay and you hear this, right, you can go to the chat area and then you can click on that person and get it. Look, it came through again. Ah, that's so amazing. And this time it's in the opposite direction. So what is this for all of us, Spirit? So I heard guiding and leading, right? And what Spirit is saying, it's about you allowing yourself to be guided, right? Allowing Spirit to take the lead. And then just as this reversed, and then the roles reverse where you'll be guiding and leading others and it'll constantly rotate. Now, this was for all of us, right? This is for all of us. And why did it fall? Why did it fall? Was that significant, or was this that one time where there is no hidden message? It just fell because I dropped it. They said it just fell because you dropped it. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I'm about to eat this, y'all. These are really good. It's roasted almonds mixed with roasted and salted cashews and plenty of perfectly sweetened cranberries. So yeah, I'm about to eat this and drink some water and then make my way to the grocery store. Today, I don't know if I'm going to actually make it today, but I took some tofu out a couple of days ago because my vegan fried fish is gone. If you guys didn't see that video, check it out. I have a playlist here called Vegan Yummers, and I uploaded that. I know I'm probably going to make that vegan baked mac and cheese again. My mom and I both got the ingredients to do so. And I'm going to be recording that. But today I was thinking of making a tofu, a crusted tofu with a lemon dill cream sauce and veggies. So yeah, that's what I'll most likely make. And when I say today, I mean, that's the ingredients I'm buying, but I'll let it marinate overnight possibly and then do it tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow or Friday, because we have a group session tomorrow. So depending on how I feel. will depend on whether I cook it tomorrow or not. So yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted on it. I'll keep you posted. But I'm gonna eat this in the meantime because I'm hungry. Um, yeah. Natalie said, "Sam, you click my name, it'll take you." I can't send a link. I don't know why. Natalie said it's Nat Hughes Tarot. Cheryl said, Natalie will have you laughing. That's for sure. Yes, most definitely will. Natalie said, haha, thank you. So you guys, let's see. It is 4:39. Look that number up on your own. There is a message there. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you for tuning in. If this video resonated with you at all, whether you're catching the replay or whether you are on with me right now, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you are interested in scheduling a personal reading, you can do so with me, Javier Tia Lynn, by clicking the link in the description box. If you are being led to do a healing session with Jillian, you can find her link in the description box as well. And if you are interested in the Activating You mentorship, whether it's one-on-one or group, and if you're interested in the Activating You retreat that is now taking place in 2021, then you can click the link in the description box and schedule a consultation, and you and I can discuss the details and find out how I can serve you, okay? There's still a few openings left for the mentorship, and there's still openings for the retreat. So if you're being led to participate in either or both, right, or both, then go ahead and schedule, and let's make that happen, okay? I thank you again, and I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. I'll talk to you soon. And I'm going to wait a little bit because sometimes you guys will put stuff on and I miss it because I'm already logged off, but then I see it. So I'm just going to wait and read the comments a little bit. Alata said, thanks, I'll check it out. Cheryl said, thank you for a powerful live stream, Nahkila. You are so welcome. Thank you, Cheryl. Natalie said, thank you again, Nahkila. Bye. You are so welcome, Natalie, and bye. Oh my goodness. Everyone have a blessed day. That is from Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. You too. You too. So enjoy the rest of your day, you guys. And thank you again for allowing me to serve you.